The first place Gulls are back in the city by the sea for Newport Irish American Night. Hi everybody, Zach Letson getting you set for tonight's matchup in the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup between Newport and Mystic. Newport looks to make it 4 in a row against the Mystic Schooners and a 4th win overall in a row after Newport came out on top 5-2 against the Bristol Blues on Monday thanks to NECBL Pitcher of the Week Kellen Tulio's 5 innings, allowing just 1 run on and striking out 9. Can Newport get a 4th win in a row against the Mystic Schooners? We'll find out at 6:35, but first the Gulls pregame show starts right now.
Doctors at University Orthopedics have been caring for the people of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts for more than 40 years. With the Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University, we train the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. We've built state-of-the-art facilities from Westerly to Mansfield. At our East Bay Surgery Center, we've performed thousands of surgeries, including same-day total joint replacements. We've grown through the years, but our goal has always been to get you and your next generation back to doing what you love to do. The best orthopedic care anywhere is right here.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. It's time for Gulls Eye View. I'm Zach Letson, joined by NECBL Pitcher of the Week, Kellen Tulio, after a couple of spectacular starts these last 2 times out. Kellen, what is getting recognized as the best pitcher in this league for the past week? What does that kind of recognition mean to you?
Oh, it's definitely a cool accolade to receive. It's interesting, but it's not the end-all, be-all. It's definitely a step in the right direction, though.
Well, something's definitely clicked for you over these last couple starts. Just 1 run given up, 3 hits, 19 punch-outs over your last 2 outings with the Gulls. What kind of adjustments have you made, and what's worked for you so well these last 2 times out?
Just tried to be in the zone a lot more, be more efficient with off-speed stuff, especially earlier in counts. That combo has helped me a lot.
Well, you've got a 1.42 ERA. That's 3rd best in the NECBL, and something that is tough to sustain. But how are you going to try to sustain that as the season rolls forward?
Just keep going forward, keep getting better every time I go out there.
All right, Kellen. Well, congrats and thanks for the time.
Thank you.
All right. Pre-game show continues next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
And welcome back to the NECBL Broadcast Network pregame show. I'm John Perrick, and today I'm joined alongside Amanda Taylor. Amanda, welcome to Newport, and can you first just tell everyone what you do for the team?
Yeah, so I'm Assistant Director of Baseball Operations here for the Gulls. So I work a lot with the players, a lot of community relations, a lot of handling statistics and working with our coaches and the other operations interns, director of operations, and just getting the games going, getting game day operations off the ground, and just making sure our players are taken care of, they're having a great experience, and they're being where they need to be for the future.
And Amanda, what brought you here to Newport?
I mean, the opportunity to be a part of such a winning organization, have such a successful, team under my belt, and be able to work with Mr. Pava and the organization he and Mr. Patos has created. It's such an honor being able to learn from them and just experience this. And obviously, Newport's a beautiful city to be a part of, so happy to be here.
Well, the Newport Gulls this month are going to host the All-Star Game for the first time since 2016. How have you helped the team prepare for that event?
There's a lot in the works, a lot has been done. We still have more to do as it gets closer, but we're going to have a really great turnout. We have home run derby. We have a couple COVID protocols we're kind of working with and just dealing with, different from 2016, but we have a lot going on, a lot of great people coming, so it's going to be exciting.
And finally, Amanda, over the last 2 years, you've been on Bates' softball team, and now here you are in Newport working with student athletes. Could you just talk a little bit about that experience?
It's definitely different. I always say I want to build my IQ as a player, building my softball IQ, but now I'm on the other side. I'm not the player. I'm working with the players. So building my IQ operationally and what goes into, getting a game off the ground, being, a great collegiate player, Division I. I play Division III, so the experience is a little bit different, but being able to work with them is so cool and has helped them, be where they need to be. So really happy.
And quickly, after Newport, after this summer, where do you want to take the experience that you got here, and where do you want to bring it? How far do you want to go?
Ideally, I want to work in compliance for either an institution or a league, an organization, a conference, something of that nature, and just be able to work with student athletes, but also the administrators, and just get a successful team, successful group of schools off the ground, successful professional team, and just I want to be part of a successful organization. Can't say it enough. And I just want to learn.
Well, Amanda, thank you very much for your time today. And the NECBL Broadcast Network pregame show continues next.
Take control of your financial future. Build a secure retirement, a college fund, maybe that perfect home. First Command has been coaching people since 1958. An advisor is ready to work with you on your journey today. Call Juan Garcia, a First Command advisor, at 401-846-9842 today if you're ready to get started with a complimentary financial plan.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. I'm Ryan Medeiros alongside two UCLA Bruins. We got Daniel Caldwell on the left and Chris Aldrich on the right, almost a Jack. And that leads me to my first question, Chris. You've got not only Daniel on your team here, but you have your brother Jack as well. How much does it help to have familiar faces on the team? How much does that help team chemistry?
It's definitely made it a lot easier, like to transition, just getting to know guys better, just already knowing people. So having him here has definitely made it a lot easier on me, for sure. And this guy.
All right, Daniel, that leads me to my next question now. You're one of the more experienced guys in this Newport Gulls staff. You pitched in 26 games this spring with UCLA. What advice can you have to maybe some of the guys who haven't had as much experience coming out of the pen?
I think it's just a great opportunity. You got to be ready right away out of the pen. You got to be good from the first pitch you're out there. Just using summer ball as a time to hone all your pitches and work on everything you didn't get a chance to work on over the normal season.
And that's excellent. And Chris, this is a great opportunity for someone like you. Obviously, didn't get as much of a chance to pitch this spring, but now you have a great opportunity this summer. How much does this opportunity mean to you to be able to showcase your skills with Newport?
Yeah, I'm excited because obviously didn't get to pitch at all this spring, but just always being ready to go whenever your name's called is something I learned in the spring. Whether it gets called or not, you always have to be ready. So that's why I'm excited to be out here, get work in.
Yeah, that's great. And Daniel, in your experience at UCLA, you're a guy with impeccable control. Now, you don't have great swing and miss stuff, but what you do is you limit hard contact and you throw a lot of strikes. How much pride do you take in your ability to control the strike zone and not give guys free passes?
I think that's huge, absolutely. I think it's really important to make other teams earn every single 90 feet they get. If you hit the ball, you beat me, but I'm not going to beat myself out there.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Wish you best of luck the rest of the season. That was our interview with Daniel Caldwell and Chris Aldrich. The pregame show continues next on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
You choose your own course, set your own pace. We get that. And our community succeeds when we work together. At People's Credit Union, we've been about people helping people since we first opened our doors in 1922. That's what credit unions do. We serve our members and our communities. And that drives our every action, every single day. That means building strong ties and doing what's right for our community. Because at People's, you're more than just a member. You belong here and always will.
Welcome back to the Gulls pregame show here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Getting ready for game number 5 of the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup. So I'm joined by Mike Falcone of the Newport Gulls and Dennis Long of the Mystic Schooners to talk about this rivalry just a little bit more. Mike, what does this Southern Division rivalry clash between these two mean to you?
Yeah. I mean, great battles on the field. Very hard-fought matchups. Mystic always has a great team. But more so the Cup is just working together in the off-season, not only the Schooners and the Gulls, but the whole league kind of coming together. So it's fun that Narragansett Bay Insurance decided to sponsor a series between the two of us.
Yeah, and Dennis, for you, it's been some really exciting games. Of course, game 1 went to Mystic, and the last 3 to Newport, but really just a lot of closely contested matchups through this Cup.
It's really been like that. I've been here 10 years now, and it seems like every season we have games like that with the Gulls, and it just seemed like it was a no-brainer when Narragansett Bay Insurance approached us. I called Mike right away and said, Mike, this could be something kind of fun. And it's really turned out to be just that. The guys kind of have a little energy with the game now because we promote it during the games. We have a little bit of a publicity going on with the Cup. So it's really given us a little game within a game, So the games are great. The season's been great. And we're looking forward to hopefully getting it a little closer. 3-1 right now. We need a win tonight to keep it going.
Well, of course, Newport's only playing teams in the Southern Division this year, but this is not your prototypical, everyday Southern Division matchup. What have you enjoyed most about seeing these two go at it this year?
Just really like Dennis said. I mean, hard fought, great pitching. Dennis, himself as a Cape Cod Hall of Famer, a great pitcher in his own right. just developing those arms over there. We've had some scrappy ball players here, and it just seems like every year, no matter what it is, just Mystic and Newport. We've met in the play-in game the past couple seasons. They took our edge a couple years ago. We won, now in 2019. So it's been fun. Both rosters, as you look back through the history of the NECBL, just littered with draft picks. So it's fun on the field, and again, fun off the field, promoting this little game within the game, like Dennis said.
Well, it should be an exciting one here tonight. We'd like to thank Narragansett Bay Insurance for sponsoring this matchup. Game number 5 of the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup between Mystic and Newport coming up tonight at 6:35. Welcome back to the Gulls pregame show here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. It's time for the Broadcasters Roundtable. Zach Letson joined alongside the broadcaster for the Mystic Schooners, John Leuzzi, and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Ryan Medeiros. And John, I'll start with you. It's been an up-and-down season for Mystic, but they're most recently coming off a tough loss to the Valley Blue Sox, a team in this top half of the Southern Division where a lot of teams are fighting for that first-place spot.
Yeah, they really are coming off that loss, Zach, and it was an up-and-back. It was a back-and-forth kind of game, and it was really where that 6th inning towards the middle of the game where Brian Hart hit a grand slam for the Blue Sox, and Mystic really lost their command over there. Danny Crossan brought it back within 4 on a 3-run home run in the 8th inning, but the damage was already done. But this team, like you said, up and down, their offense is really coming and clicking in the past couple games. Back last Tuesday, they scored 16 runs against Ocean State, and then they followed it up last Saturday with 7 against Danbury. And despite the loss on Monday, the offense was there. So I'm looking forward to seeing that coming, and that was the big thing that we kind of bring it into now. The offense is finding itself in the home half of the season.
Well, this is game number 5 of the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup between these two. Game number 1 went to Mystic, a lot in thanks to Rohan Honda, who's been a big story in the NECBL this season. But the last 3 have gone the way of the Newport Gulls.
Yeah, they have, and I think the thing is, and we kind of talked about this when we're doing the broadcast, that the defensive mishaps and defensive errors can't leave the Schooners when they face the Gulls. And it's a very close game until you get to that 6th, 7th inning, and then Newport just opens up the floodgates because they're taking advantage of the defensive mishaps. So if you see those clean up tonight, I think we might have a closer game, but fans might remember the last time these two teams faced here at Cardines, it was a 13-4 win in favor of Newport.
Now, Ryan, I'll turn to you. This is a Newport team that, pitching-wise, really a staff that's really whipping into shape. Just 3 runs in their last 24 innings and has been dominant these last couple times out.
Yeah, Zach, contrary to Mystic, Newport's pitching staff has been excellent as of late. I mean, let's talk about Jack Aldrich on the mound tonight. He's going to be a big arm for Newport this season. Excelled with Tulane over the past 2 seasons, a 3.35 ERA over 18 starts with the Green Wave. And let's talk about the bullpen. Newport's bullpen with a 1.38 ERA over its last 4 games, just 2 earned runs in 13 innings. So they're going to keep that rolling, hopefully, against Mystic tonight. And if they do that, they should be successful.
You talk about the strong arm of Aldrich on the mound, the division-leading batting average Newport Gulls as well, hitting .263. What's the key to getting a 4th straight win over the Mystic Schooners here tonight?
Good pitching, good hitting. That sounds like an obvious statement, but it's absolutely the key for Newport. They only had 4 hits last night. Now, they found other ways to be productive. They had 7 walks on the night, hit a couple sac flies, 4 stolen bases. But just be productive, keep the guys moving on the bases, and they should be able to accumulate a good amount of runs against this Mystic pitching staff. And again, lock down in the bullpen with a lead, and they can be successful tonight.
Getting closer to game number 5 of the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup. But first, the Gulls pregame show continues right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the Gulls pregame show here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. It's time for the Manager's Show. Zach Letson joined alongside Kevin Winterode after Newport came out on top against Bristol 5-2 and now gets ready for Game 5 of the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup. And in that victory on Monday, Coach, a bit of a strange play in the outfield. Of course, the double off the wall that Justin Guerrera hit, and a controversial play on the field. What was that discussion like between you and the umpires as that whole thing got sorted out?
Well, I think there was a misunderstanding on the ground rules. Also, too, the ball was hit pretty high, and I think people lost sight of it. But ultimately, they got the call right that it was a double, but not a ground rule double, which allowed the run to score.
Well, for Newport, only 4 hits in that victory, but it's something they found been able to do a lot this year, not have necessarily their A game and still find ways to win. What do you think that says about this team?
Well, I think the big thing is the pitchers stepped up. We had a number of kids throw that night, and every single one of them threw well. And when pitchers keep you in a game, I think our kids will find a way. You know, if we've got a chance late, our kids are going to be in the ball game. So really, I think our pitchers kept us around long enough till we finally put some runs across.
Well, you talked about the pitching. This is a Newport staff that's really whipped into shape recently. 3 runs over the last 24 innings, and Jack Aldrich, a big man at the center of why the pitching's been so good tonight. He gets the start. What have you liked from him and from your pitching staff recently as they've really looked comfortable?
Well, Jack specifically is a very mature kid and just knows how to pitch. So that's the part that I really like about him. And our other guys, they just some adjustments here and there. They've been talented from the beginning. We just needed to figure out some little adjustments to get them in the strike zone, and the kids have done that, and the results kind of speak for themselves.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks so much for the time. That'll do it for our pregame coverage from down here on the field. Gulls and Schooners coming up on the NECBL Broadcast Network at 6:35.
Now please welcome to perform tonight's national anthem, each Northern Hibernian men singers, which includes James Mahoney, the 2021 Hibernian of the Year.
Are we on?
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad
Tonight's sponsor, the Irish American Athletic
Mystic
Club.
Schooners, thanks so much for joining us on the NECBL Broadcast Network for game number 5 of the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup. Zach Letson joined alongside the voice of the Mystic Schooners, John Leuzzi, and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Ryan Medeiros. And should have an exciting one tonight between these two teams. A fifth matchup, the Newport Gulls in the one game here won by 9 runs. But John, every other game of this series has really been close.
Yeah, it really has. It really has, and you talk about a team and a series between two teams, you talk about rivalries, and you see that, in Major League Baseball, you had the rivalries and their close games. Outside of that game you just mentioned, 13-4 last time here at Cardines, it's been a 2-run game between both teams, and the Newport Gulls obviously are on a 3-game winning streak in the series. So the Schooners, on the other hand, they're looking to end that here tonight, and this is a different team offensively than I think the last time the Gulls saw them. And we talked about it here before. Mystic, in the last 3 games, they've scored almost close to double-digit points. They got it last Tuesday, 16-7. They followed it up on last Saturday, 7-1. They scored 7 runs again on Monday, which was a loss to Valley, but this is an offense that is clicking at the right time of the season. They got to get hot, and this is a perfect opportunity right here, Zach.
You want to talk about clicking, Ryan. This is a Newport team, as John said, 3 in a row against the Mystic Schooners, and 3 in a row overall playing sensational baseball as of late.
Yeah, and Zach, this is going to be a fireworks matchup. John mentioned how good the Mystics' offense has been. Newport's pitching has arguably been even better. You talk about the 1.38 ERA out of the bullpen over Newport's last 4 games. Fantastic results out of their pen. And they've got a workhorse on the mound tonight in Jack Aldridge. Fantastic results with the Green Wave while he was at Tulane. 3.35 ERA and 18 career starts with the Green Wave. So Mystics going to have a tough time going against Aldridge tonight.
Well, we're about 8 minutes away as we just had the national anthem here at Cardines Field. A great night for baseball for the 5th matchup between the Newport Gulls and the Mystic Schooners. We'll step aside and come back with starting lineups and the pitching matchup along with defensive alignments. And first pitch next here from Cardines Field between Newport and Mystic on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information. You, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today.
Fans, you, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
Moments away from first pitch between the Newport Gulls and the Mystic Schooners. Thanks so much for joining us on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Zach Letson alongside John Leuzzi and Ryan Medeiros. And matchup number 5 between these two. Newport leads the series 3-1. So, John, I'll toss it over to you to give us a look for Mystics starting 9 in matchup number 5.
Yeah, Mystics starting 9. Looking a little bit different here tonight. They're going to lead off with number 6, Brendan Cumming. He'll be playing in center field. And in the 2-hole will be the Cumberland, Rhode Island native, number 37, Addison Kopak, playing second. Jimmy Sullivan just getting his second start, this time in the field, in left field hitting 3. Barry Walsh, the cleanup hitter out of Boston College. Danny Crossan hitting 5th, playing 3rd. Joseph Carpenter back in the lineup for the second straight night as a designated hitter, hitting 6th. And 7, 8, 9 will be Tucker Flynn, Michael DiMartino, Brian Padilla, and the pitcher for the Schooners tonight will be the University of Rhode Island Ram, the left-hander Tristan Levesque.
2 players in that lineup, 2 big players from the Newport Collegiate Baseball League from a year ago. Tucker Flynn, who led the league in home runs, and Addison Kopak, who played a big part in that league as well, is getting set for baseball here from Cardines Field, and Newport has taken the field for the very first time. So let's give you the defensive alignment for the home side for Newport. A little bit different. Left to right across the outfield, Connor Kiley, the local kid from Portsmouth, Rhode Island, is back in the lineup tonight for Kevin Winterode. Kenny Oyama in center field, Sam Cochran in right. Left to right across the infield, Joe Fortin starts for the Newport Gulls at third base from URI. Spencer Smith at shortstop. Chase Acuff making his debut from Eckerd College. He's at second. Bryce Hewlett at first. And Matt Wood, the catcher for Jack Aldrich, making his 3rd start of the 2020 season, and someone that this Newport Gulls staff is very excited about.
Yeah, fantastic results from Aldrich at Tulane this season. I can't state that enough. 96 strikeouts and 82 2/3 innings. Let's see how he starts off this ball game.
His first task is Brendan Cumming. The center fielder looks at a first pitch out of the zone, 1-0.
Yeah, Cumming really has opened the leadoff position for Mystic throughout the entire season. Does a really nice job.
1-0 is a fastball. It's outside. Quickly 2-0 to the center fielder.
Over the last 5 games, he's hitting just .333 with 6 hits, 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 home run, and 3 RBIs. And especially for a year that he didn't play because of the Ivy League, he's doing very well.
2-0. It just gets a piece of it. It's 2-1.
And now, what I was getting to with Aldrich, he had 96 strikeouts and 82 2/3 innings. Hasn't quite had those same results here with Newport. He's trying to get ahead of guys in counts versus behind.
2-1 is swung on and missed. Well, you talk about the dominance that he had. Really a very impressive season with the Green Wave. 3rd in the American Athletic Conference with 97 strikeouts. 3rd in the conference as well with 82 2/3 innings pitched. Really a workhorse this year with Tulane. And there's a curveball in there for strike number 3. So 1 batter and 1 punch out for Aldrich to start things tonight.
Right on cue there, and with the strikeout, you're talking about what he did this year for Tulane. Right here, a big strikeout for the first out, and got it in a really nice off-speed pitch to begin this game.
Yeah, and he was able to battle back in that count. But when I spoke to Aldrich yesterday, he said he's really had trouble getting behind in counts. That's why he hasn't quite had the same strikeout results. So he'll like to get off with first pitch strikes in this at-bat here and the at-bats moving forward.
Now he'll face Addison Kopak, looks at a first pitch outside. Well, what's working for him? Is it the first pitch strikes, or is it the mustache that Jack Aldrich has going on the mound tonight?
Well, we talk about a lot of superstitions in baseball, so we'll see if it works for him.
Kopak lines the 1. Oh, skips off the glove of 4, and that'll be a base hit for Addison Kopak. Hit number 1 of the night, and a base runner for Mystic.
Yeah, real hard ball hit off the bat of the barrel. Almost came up there for him with the play, but you know, Kopak is somebody who finds a way on base every single game, and he does a really nice job for Mystic, regardless of where he's inside the lineup. When he's on the base paths to begin this game, it's typically a good sign for the Schooners.
Well, now someone facing the Newport Gulls for the very first time this season, Jimmy Sullivan out of the University of Virginia. Of course, the Cavaliers in the College World Series, so he's playing in just his second game and hits the first pitch to Spencer Smith. There's one, and the split by Hewlett, and Sullivan just beats it out. Be a fielder's choice. We have seen Bryce Hewlett make that split this year, and this time just not quite in time to get Sullivan.
Yeah, and that ball was hit just slowly enough for Sullivan to be able to beat that one out. Nothing much more they could do up the middle to turn that one.
It kind of helps when you have long legs. You have the long stretch, too. I'm sure that helped him beat the throw there from Smith.
Well, now one of the more dangerous hitters on this Mystic Schooners team, it's Barry Walsh, and he hits the first pitch he sees right on cue the other way for a base hit. Done a lot of damage against the Newport Gulls. 4 for 5 in the first game between these two sides. The only game that the Mystic Schooners have won in this series. And right there puts them in business. 2 on with 2 outs.
Yeah, right on cue. Walsh has just been fantastic for Mystic. Entering the week, he was 10th in NECBL in batting average, first in runs and first in hits. So he's continuing his impressive start to this season, which is now in week 6.
Well, it brings in Danny Crossan, the third baseman. Runners on first and second with 2 away.
Crossan coming off a big game on Monday, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs.
First pitch in there for a strike, hitting 235. And like he said, 2 of those 5 coming on Monday now leads the team with 5 long balls this season.
And he only hit 1 home run at Northeastern this year. Now he has 5, so it's kind of funny, but, somebody who's coming around full for the Schooners.
Well, he swings and gets a piece of the 0-1. It's quickly 0-2.
Yeah, and Aldrich is the guy on the other side of things that limits the home run ball pretty good. At Tulane, he gave up just 6 long balls and 82 and 2/3 innings.
A 3.70 ERA for Aldrich this past season, 5th in the entire conference, and dominant to finish out the year when had a 1.98 ERA in his last 3 starts. 0-2 is too high. It's 1-2 to Crossan.
You see the 2 hits Aldrich has given up in this first inning. He is a guy who gives up his fair share of hits. He averaged about 8.9 hits per 9 innings at Tulane this spring, and he's already given up 11 in 9 innings prior to this start.
And it's going to be important here for Crossan to try to put a ball into play and put the Schooners on top because they're 6-2 when they have scored first in their contest on the season.
1-2 is a swing and a miss for strike 3, so Aldrich bounces back and gets 2 punch-outs in the first to retire the side. Head to the bottom of the first. No score between Newport and Mystic in Game 5 of the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League.
Bottom of the first, here at Cardines Field for Newport Irish American Night. Big night at the ballpark, and a big crowd had some pregame ceremonies here at Cardines. And the Newport Gulls will be batting for the first time. Let's give you the starting lineup for Newport. goes as follows. Kenny Oyama finds himself in a leadoff spot once again, playing center field. Sam Cochran bats second and plays right field. Justin Guerrera in the 3-hole and doing the designated hitting. Matt Wood catches for Newport and hits cleanup. Bryce Hewlett hitting fifth and playing first base. Chase Acuff from Eckerd College making his Newport Gulls debut, hit sixth. Joe Fortin back in the lineup for Newport from the University of Rhode Island, playing third base and hitting seventh. Connor Kiley hits eighth, playing left field. And Spencer Smith, the Northeastern Husky, rounds out the order, plays shortstop and hits ninth.
And like we said, Tristan Levesque on the mound for the Schooners. And it just last time out was back on June 27 against Ocean State. He got the win, 3 innings of work, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 10 batters faced in relief.
First pitch to Oyama, misses for ball number 1.
And Levesque wasn't really the typical, wasn't scheduled to start tonight, but it was supposed to be Sean Spasato because of the game postponed yesterday against Martha's Vineyard. But as we know in the NECBL and college baseball, things change.
Quickly ahead 2-0 is Oyama. And Levesque, this is his second start against the Newport Gulls. He pitched in the last time these two played. It was an 8-6 victory for Newport. As Oyama swings at the pitch and lofts it into center, but there is center fielder Cumming to make the grab for the first down.
Yeah, just a great catch and it's a good start. And Cumming, we've seen him play defense really big against these Newport Gulls down at this shipyard the past couple games, come up with some defensive plays. Not that was a big play, but he had to take a lot of pick a lot of grass up, playing all the way more close to right center.
Well, he started that last game against Newport, and even though the Gulls rallied and scored 8 runs, Levesque was not the problem. Went 4 innings, gave up no runs, just 3 hits, and struck out 6 Gulls. Now he faces Sam Cochran and throws a first pitch strike. That was the 3rd straight win for the Newport Gulls in this Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup. And this is the 5th matchup between the two. The first team the Newport Gulls match up with for a 5th time this season.
And I think the next 2 weeks we come back here to Cardines and then we're done for the season. We've played a lot of games early on and then we're not going to see you guys for the last couple of weeks of the season after the next couple.
Of course, this is the second matchup at Cardines between these two as Cochran hits this up the middle and off the glove of Addison Kopak. That's a base hit for Sam Cochran, the first of the night for the Gulls.
That's Cochran's 24th hit on the season, and that's just about all he's done since he showed up here for the Gulls, is just get hits left and right. He doesn't hit for a whole lot of power, only 5 extra base hits on the season, but you'll take the hits when you're getting on base.
Hit number 24. That leads the Newport Gulls this year. And it brings up dangerous bat, the man that leads the entire NECBL in the RBI department, Justin Guerrera. Boy, did he have a big swing against the Mystic Schooners. This one he lofts into shallow right. Be a play for Barry Walsh, makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
That's a good bounce back for Levesque to just get the next batter and forget about what happened on Cochran, who got on base with a single. And now there's 2 outs and comes with a left-handed hitter. So lefty on lefty. We'll see how he tries to take this on his advantage or not.
Yeah, he's kept him off balance thus far. Even Cochran's base hit was a ground ball, so a little bit one way or the other, and he's out of the inning there.
He does have 19 strikeouts on the season, but it's come to see that he's a contact kind of pitcher.
Matt Wood, the batter for the Newport Gulls, in the cleanup spot. He's had a very productive last couple games for Newport. Of course, 5 games into the season. Suffered a shoulder injury in batting practice, and that kept him out for an extended period of time. He did not play between June the 12th and June the 25th. As we'll check in on Cochran, who's back in time, but has shined recently for Newport. He was the South Coast Health Player of the Game Monday against Bristol, rather last week against Bristol. 4 for 5 with 2 runs scored and a pair of RBIs on a double, and walked 3 times on Monday against Bristol. Cochran off and running, pitches in there for a strike, and the throw not nearly in time. Sam Cochran does it again. Another stolen base for him, number 13 on the season.
And he has not yet been caught this season, so that's 13 for 13 in stolen bases.
And just a really great jump and good secondary to get there. And it was a nice throw there by DiMartino, but the speed, when you get a good jump, guys, it obviously leads to a successful stolen base.
Well, he has almost doubled up any other Newport goal in the stolen base department. No one else has more than 7. He's got 13 of them. Does the speedster, College of Charleston right fielder. Puts himself in scoring position as Newport looks to open up that scoring. 0-2 to Matt Wood. Here it comes. Shot foul, and we'll do it again.
Over the last 5 games, Wood hitting .385 with 5 hits and 3 RBIs for Newport. So, like you said, he's been heating up after that little bit time off due to that injury.
Yeah, and one thing Wood does really well is work at bats. You saw him fouling off that pitch 0-2. He's a guy who takes a lot of walks and is going to battle up there at the plate.
Cole's looking to open the scoring. 0-2 again. Is hit sharply, but Addison Kopak is there. And that's the sign in the bottom of the first. Newport gets 1 hit, but strands 1 runner. And we're through an inning full. 0-0 between Newport and Mystic on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, you, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam.
Six, 7, and 8 hitters for the Mystic Schooners as we begin the top half of the second inning. Joseph Carpenter, the designated hitter, looks at a first pitch strike out of the arm of Jack Aldrich.
Yeah, Carpenter, one of those hitters who hasn't played a lot recently for Mystic, but we're trying to work his way back in the lineup.
Well, hits this one off the netting. Quickly 0-2 to the DH.
And this is a great start to the inning for Aldrich. A guy, like I said, is trying to get ahead in counts, and here he is right now, 0-2 on the first batter.
2 hits for Mystic in the top half of the first, and they could not bring a run home. Newport a hit themselves and stranded a runner themselves. 0-2 is shot out of play. That'll find its way onto West Marlboro Street.
Carpenter just second on the team in strikeouts with 24. He's behind Barry Walsh, who has 26. So he's somebody who likes to go chasing a lot on these 0-2 pitches. So look to probably see an off-speed pitch here, but he got to be disciplined at the plate right now as a leadoff hitter.
0-2. High chopper. It'll be fielded by Jack Aldrich. Nice play over to first in time.
And that is not an easy play to make as a pitcher, especially. Coming up over the mound, making a Willie Mays-style catch on the chopper and firing over to first.
The first baseman, number 18, Tucker Flint of the University of Maryland.
One down here in the top of the second, and it brings up a man pretty familiar with Cardines Field, the man that led the Newport Collegiate Baseball League in home runs in 2020. Tucker Flint out of Maryland takes a first pitch fastball too far inside.
Yeah, Flint in the 7-hole tonight for Mystic after having 5 straight games in the 2-hole. He struggled in the 2-hole, so Coach Orby trying to move him down and try to get some productive out of him.
As Aldrich goes to the off-speed, and it works.
And that's a good way to handle it when you've got a bat struggling in the lineup. Move him down to the bottom of the order. Maybe you'll see some more fastballs.
And he has the pop. We saw a grand slam just a week ago from him.
This pitch is upstairs from Aldrich, 2-1.
And somebody who's struggled in the second half of his season, Ed Maryland, trying to get out of his slump, and obviously I'm sure that end of his season wasn't great for him to come into the summer college baseball season, so there might be some of that in his head as well.
There's a strike out of the arm of Aldrich, off speed again. It's 2-2.
And not a particularly comfortable at bat for a guy slumping. Left on left here. We'll see if Aldrich goes with the breaking ball. 2 strikes in the count.
Working quickly, 2-2 pitch. Too far low.
That's a really good hold there, especially for somebody who has struggled with timing up his bat with the off-speed pitch. That's where a lot of his strikeouts have come. That's a good hold there and get this to a full count.
3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch is rocketed. 1 hop. Nice play by Acuff, but can't get it out of his glove. Now fires over to first, but able to beat it out is Flint and a base runner.
Yeah, that's going to go in there as a hit, and that's just a hard ball there. And Acuff almost came up with what would have been a great defensive play to begin this inning for Newport, but that's what we were talking about. Seeing a lot more fastballs there in that 7-hole spot of the lineup, and he was able to put one into play, and he allowed his speed to do it.
Boy, closer play than I thought over there at first base. Not a terrible recovery, but hustle from the first baseman Flint earns him the 3rd hit of the night for the Mystic Schooners, as another guy making his debut here tonight against Newport, Mike DiMartino, the batter.
In his opening start of the season, which is Danbury on Saturday, his first 2 hit at-bats, a triple and a double. So we'll see if he can continue that, but this field does look like it played for him in batting practice.
Takes a home run swing at the 0-1, and quickly he's behind 0-2.
Yeah, a lot of lefties in this Mystic lineup. You have to wonder if that was a managerial decision with the short porch in right field, even with the tough left-on-left matchup.
0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Punch out number 3 for Jack Aldrich. Comes with a man on first, and there's 2 away. Now the 9-hitter Brian Padilla before lineup climber flips over for a first time tonight. 3 hits tonight for the Mystic Schooners. Nothing to show for it so far. Jack Aldrich, well, he's done a lot this season as he pitches a first pitch strike to the Yukon Husky Padilla.
That's a really good frame there by Wood to bring that up a little bit and get that in there for a strike. And for Padilla, he's still trying to find his timing on his bat. He only has 4 hits on the season, hitting 167. But when he is in the lineup, he's in that 9-hole, and he's just trying to get more comfortable inside the box right now.
3 hits tonight, 14 allowed by Aldrich this season, yet he has only allowed 2 earned runs. Has worked well with traffic on the base paths. And we'll try to do it here again in the top of the 2nd. One. Big swing and a miss. Another off-speed pitch from Aldrich, and now he's a strike away.
Zach, you mentioned the base runners and the amount of hits Aldrich has given up. He's typically a guy who works around traffic pretty well. A career 1.28 whip. That's walks and hits per innings pitched in his collegiate career.
1-2 with Flynn on first. The pitch. It squirts away from Wood, and off and running is Flynn. He'll have second base. Be a pass ball on Matt Wood, the catcher, and it puts the runner in scoring position for the 2nd time for Mystic.
And we'll see if Mystic can continue this inning of either Padilla works the walk or gets a hit of his own and advance Flynn and turn over that lineup to Brendan Cumming, who does fairly well when runners are on scoring position.
Deuces wild here at Cardines Field. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 2nd. Pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Matt Wood will complete the play down to first in time, and the inning is over. So another hit for Mystic, but Jack Aldrich works out of trouble. Play to the home half of the 2nd. No score between Mystic and Newport on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today.
Need your Gulls fix? Check out NewportGulls.com. That's NewportGulls.com. Want to know more about Newport Gulls broadcast? Have a question, comment, or suggestion? Email broadcast@NewportGulls.com. Our all-volunteer crew strives to produce the highest quality broadcast possible, and we want to know how we're doing. Be a part of Newport Gulls broadcast and let us know what you think by sending an email to broadcast@NewportGulls.com.
Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
Bottom of the second, no score between Mystic and Newport. Thanks for joining us on the NECBL Broadcast Network. As the first pitch, a hanging breaking ball to Bryce Hewlett.
Yeah, it's a good take by Hewlett to start off.
Hewlett, Acuff, and Fortin here in the Newport half of the second, as it's 1-1 to the Pittsburgh first baseman.
Yeah, Hewlett had a 30% walk rate during his time at Pittsburgh this spring, but with that came a 30% strikeout rate.
Looks at a 1-1 that's outside. As much pull power as you will see on this Newport Gulls team. Maybe some of the stats won't necessarily show you, but let's have a lot of pop in that bat, as we have seen. 2-1 is in there for strike. Another off-speed pitch.
You're hitting just 208 for Newport this season. You've been talking about the stats, strikeout to walk rate, 14 strikeouts to 12 walks.
2-2. Hit hard on the right side. It's just foul.
And that was an improvement from 55 strikeouts to 24 walks this spring with Pittsburgh. He still had a 364 on base to just a 247 batting average, so a guy whose main way of getting on base is by the walk.
A 208 hitter, and this is 16th game this season. Swings and misses at a high fastball on the 2-2, and there's a strikeout for Levesque to start inning number 2.
Yeah, just a really great start to this inning. Going up a little bit with that fastball and put it right through, and gets the strikeout. And like we said in the first inning, he had 19 strikeouts coming into tonight. That's his first of the night, but it's somebody who has a lot of confidence of getting the punch out and who's been very impressive so far in the summer.
The first pitch to Acuff is hit for a base hit. The first pitch he sees as a Newport goal, and he's aboard. A single for the Eckerd College second baseman, and Newport has their second hit.
Fair to say that's a good little introduction to the home crowd here. And that was a hard ball hit off the barrel, and Crossan tried to jump for it, but just sailed right over him.
I actually almost wonder if that ball had to be hit off the end of the bat the way it shattered there.
It kind of sounded like that off when the ball made the contact with it.
But either way, hit hard enough to get into the outfield, and Acuff will take it. First career Gulls hit.
Here's Joe Fortin for Newport. Back in the lineup, first to check over. Got to be a little careful there with the lefty Levesque on the mound, but Acuff's back in time.
And for the second straight inning, the first hitter for Newport was retired, and then they followed up with a single. So we'll see if that trend can continue and they can improve on that. But for right now,
as the throw squirts
and that's
away.
Gonna be a balk.
And a balk, like you said, Ryan. So how about that? Getting in the head a little bit of Tristan Levesque, and Chase Acuff wasting no time making an impact tonight.
And I was about to mention this right before it happened, because Levesque's move, he tries to get a little tricky. He slides his front foot almost towards the dugout, which is almost coming towards home plate while moving towards first. You can't make a move towards the plate. It has to be just towards the base, or you're going to get called for a balk.
Now runner in scoring position for Newport, something they've had in each of the first two innings. Joe Fortin still waiting on his first pitch. And there's a strike on a curveball.
So let's see if Levesque can get out of this inning and get away from his error that advanced the runner now into scoring position. And for Flynn, the ball got past. That's it. This is his first start at first base on the season.
Playing in his first game since June the 17th as Fortin takes a swing and a miss on another sharp breaker. He'll pull the string. Levesque that time, it's 0-2.
And this is not a comfortable at-bat for a guy who hasn't got a lot of at-bats as of late. Left-on-left matchup, Levesque with a pretty nasty breaking ball. Fortin, the left-handed hitter. Let's see if he can hang in there, 0-2 in the count.
Two for 11 for Fortin, and this is his 5th game of the year. 0-2. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt for strike 3. Pair of strikeouts for Levesque here in the second. There's 2 down.
Yeah, and Levesque's repertoire seems to be breaking balls down low, fastballs up. Not a bad strategy to get a lot of whiffs.
No, not at all. And we see him having that confidence going a little bit high there on that second strike pitch to get the third strike. And it's been working for him just this inning. 2 strikeouts off of that.
Connor Kiley, the batter for Newport. An Aquidneck Island native takes a swing and a miss at the first pitch.
And this is not a bad matchup for the Gulls. Despite that first swing and miss by Kiley, he's a guy who walked more than he struck out at Stonehill College this spring.
400 hitter with a Division II school and has made an impact for Newport this year, to say the least, in the lineup on opening day, and a .265 average coming into tonight's festivities. Runner on second is Acuff with 2 away. And this pitch is outside. It's now even at 1-1 to Kiley.
Yeah, and Kiley, not a guy who's going to hit the ball really hard, but he's going to put the ball in play. He's going to move runners over. A really good fundamental baseball player.
Looks like to have the entire left side of the field with Padilla inching closer open.
Big swing and a miss. Another rising fastball out of the arm of Levesque as he's a strike away from striking out the side.
And I'm kind of wondering if that is the game plan coming into here with DiMartino looking for the high strike, and he knows he can get these hitters going with that.
And today's day and age, even in Major League Baseball especially, we're seeing with the increased fastball velocity, a lot of hitters' weaknesses is up in the zone.
See if he goes to it again for the 1-2. The pitch. Fastball was high, and it was inside to Kiley. 87 on the gun from Tristan Levesque, who had 6 strikeouts in the first time that he faced Newport. Last time that these two played. He's got 2 so far tonight, both coming in this second inning. 2-2. Struck him out on a foul tip into the mitt. There's number 3. Tristan Levesque strikes out the side. Newport gets a base hit, but strands 1. Head to the third. No score between the Gulls and the Schooners on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
CBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information. You, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July
Just had one of my favorite mid-inning festivities here at Cardines Field, the donut eating contest presented by Ma's Donuts.
Yeah, that guy, little kid who won it, he was just pushing any move, any spot of his mouth had a donut in there, and he really ate that fast.
It's the top of the order for Mystic, and Brendan Cumming takes a swing at first pitch, and that'll find some seats above the concession area.
Come on, guys. We all know that we would have crushed both those kids. In that
I don't know about me, but I think Zach would have won. He sounds like that. He sounds like he. Maybe by the end of the season you can participate.
Would love to do that as this pitch inside Cumming. We've had a couple really of these fun mid-inning festivities. We had the Sakuchi Honda night the other night where you could walk away with a Honda if you're able to. Right, this was when the Bristol Blues were here. As this pitch hit the other way, nice scoop from Acuff over to first. He got him. Nice play by the new Newport Gulls second baseman playing in his first game. There's one down.
Yeah, and that's a great recovery defensively for Acuff. After that tough play in the first inning that ended up being ruled a hit, he comes back and makes another slick play.
He just looks really comfortable in that position at second base, and comes up really smooth with the ball and not afraid to dive, and kind of similar to what Chase Utley back in the day. And now got to put my first Phillies reference in the broadcast.
Well, now one second baseman making a fine play, another one stepping up to the plate. Addison Kopak, who's got one of the 3 hits for Mystic tonight, a single that came in the first. It's that off-speed stuff on the 1-0 rather from Aldrich in there for a strike. 78 on the gun. 1-1 pitch is driven the other way deep inner right. Cochran will play it high off the wall. Kopak's thinking too, as Cochran will hold on to the baseball. And extra bases. Addison Kopak making a big impact early tonight.
Yeah, real impact, and this is somebody who's very comfortable with this field. We talked about last year he played here in the Newport League when the NECBL wasn't playing, and he put a real nice bat on that ball. And a little bit higher, guys, that would have been a nice solo shot to put the Schooners up first.
Didn't miss it by much.
Yeah,
in terms of home run distance.
In a lot of other ballparks, that may very well have been a home run. That hit so far up on that fence here at Cardines Field. Line drive shot.
Almost gives you a Fenway vibe because, of course, you do have the high walls, but especially in right field, not necessarily the distance. You don't have 30-30 down the line as you would at another typical ballpark, but this is no typical ballpark. Historic Cardines Field.
Yeah, Cardines Field very much caters to the fly ball hitter over the line drive hitter. If you're a line drive guy, you're going to end up hitting a lot of balls off the fence here.
And perhaps it favors the left-handers a little bit more, especially going to right field. And we'll see if Sullivan can come through again, because he helped put the Schooners up first in that first inning back on Monday.
Good stop by Matt Wood on a pitch in the dirt. First at bat, grounded into a fielder's choice. Close to a double play ball, but it kept the inning alive for Mystic, who had 3 different base runners at different points in the first inning, but could not scratch across the run. Scoreless as we're in the top of the third. One. Big swing and a miss. Tailing slider out of the arm of Aldrich. It's 1-2.
And Sullivan is one of those bats that this Mystic team has been waiting for the entire season. We talked about just arrived this week because of the Cavaliers so long in the College World Series, but he can do a lot for this team. Play both corner outfields, play designated hitter, and he can hit too. So somebody that they're looking forward to produce.
1-2 pitch. It's fouled off the netting. Well, both of these teams know something about guys that were playing in Omaha.
Yeah.
Of course, Newport welcomed a couple of Vanderbilt Commodores. Gavin Cassis saw him take batting practice today. And Virginia, a little different of a story, a Cinderella run of sorts. 3 seed in a regional and went all the way to the College World Series. 1-2 pitch. Hitting about the same spot. We'll do it again.
Yeah, showing a lot of power off there, and actually Monday he hit a foul ball that went right to our backstop and it knocked out our camera. And we had we didn't have a camera for an entire half inning because we couldn't put the ladder back up because the pitcher, the Valley pitcher, was still pitching. So That was an interesting thing, but he hits the ball really, really hard.
Another 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss this time for strike 3. Jack Aldrich. Strikeout number 5, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, nice to see Aldrich bearing down here with a runner in scoring position, striking out the next batter.
Number 20.
Wheeling and dealing so far. Had an ERA even at 2 coming in, and has not allowed a run. Of course, came in with 9 innings even, and now working into his 3rd inning tonight. Still a chance for Barry Walsh with Addison Kopak at second. It's out of first pitch, it's inside.
Yeah, Walsh reached on a single his last time up. We'll see if he can be the next man up and pick up his teammate Sullivan there, who went strikeout. But a good at bat, both, and good at bat for the pitcher and the hitter there. Just sending a lot of pitches and fighting all the way through. See if Walsh can come through for the Schooners once again.
Someone that's certainly capable. So he swings and misses at this pitch. Aldrich pulled the string again.
And that's a pitch that Walsh likes to go to a lot, the ones down inside the dirt, and he leads the team in strikeouts at 26. So I'm sure that's a thought in Wood and also Aldrich's mindset right now, seeing how they want to attack this hitter.
Also leads the team in hits at 25. Yeah. A 309, rather 26 after tonight. Hits this one, just missed hit territory down the left field line.
What tells me is that this is a guy who likes to swing the bat. A lot of hits, a lot of strikeouts. This guy's up there hacking no matter what.
Sees a lot of pitches too, and when he has those 2 strikes, he chokes up a little bit on his bat, but his discipline at the plate is really impressive. And like you said, sees a lot of pitches when he has the 2 strikes on him.
He's looking for number 27 here to try to put Mystic in front. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Hits this one into fair territory, fielded by Fortin. Over to first, and Hewlett makes the catch for out number 3. Jack Aldrich does what Jack Aldrich does, works out of more trouble. And we remain scoreless as we head to the home half of the 3rd here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
The New England League is the most competitive brand of amateur wooden bat summer baseball in the country. With 14 teams located in all 6 New England states and over 150 Major League Baseball alumni, the league entertains our region for 2 months every summer. Student athletes from all over the country descend upon the region's most scenic communities to offer summer baseball at its finest. Now celebrating over a quarter of a century of excellence, the New England League continues to transcend communities and give the best student athletes from across the country a chance at their dream. For current team information, rosters, and schedules, visit NECBL.com. The New England League, keep your eye on the dream. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
No score as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. You're at historic Cardines Field in the beautiful city by the sea. Game number 21 for the Newport Gulls this summer. Thanks for joining us to watch it on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Zach Letson, John Liuzzi, and Ryan Medeiros bringing you matchup number 5 in the NBIC as Spencer Smith, the 9-hitter for Newport, is up and he looks at a first pitch ball.
Yeah, and could you ask for a better guy to have up to lead off the inning right now for Newport? An absurd .493 on-base percentage so far this year for Smith.
What a secret weapon that is for Kevin Winter to have that in the 9th spot as A fastball dots the outside part from Tristan Levesque, working in his 3rd inning so far. Neither one of these pitchers giving an inch so far, at least in the run category. As Smith hits a hanging curveball into straightaway center. But there is Brendan Cumming, and he makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
It just got underneath that a little bit, and in the first out of this inning, and Levesque has not he went 3 innings. He's gone 3 innings twice this season. The longest he's gone is 4, and that was back on June 20th at Mystic against these Newport Gulls. So we'll see how long he lasts here. He's well rested because of all the rainouts that Mystic has had recently, but we'll see. But right now, he's really cruising in here. I hopefully, knock on wood for that, and no broadcaster's jinx.
That's his first pitch strike to Kenny Oyama. Right, that right there, a big reason why. 24 strikes, just 7 balls for Tristan Levesque. And this now his 2nd time through the order. He's given up just 2 hits. Inside to Oyama, counts even at 1-1.
And speaking of guys that work the count, Oyama only 7 strikeouts in 47 at-bats thus far in Newport.
1-1 in there for a strike, and that's not a trend that started here this summer with the Newport Gulls. Just 24 in 184 at-bats with Loyola Marymount. The Lions had a great season out in California. But he chops the 1-2 right to Addison Kopak. Throws over to first in time, and there's 2 down.
And despite he does have 3 strikeouts, all those came in that 2nd inning, but he's been a contact hitter here tonight, something that we see at times from Levesque, but right now it's just working right now, able to put the ball somewhere around for a Newport goal to make contact and let his defense come up with it, and that's what you need to do in the game of baseball.
Yeah, not an easy inning here for Levesque to keep runners off base. The 3rd consecutive batter here for Newport with an on-base over 400.
Oh, it's Sam Cochran who leads the team in both hits and walks. That explains why that stat is the way it is. And ahead 1-0.
430 on base thus far for Cochran. In addition to all those hits, he has 16 walks.
And he drives this pitch just foul down the right field line.
Correction, the batter is
Playing in his 20th game this season. No Newport Gull has played in more. 75 at-bats. That also, as you could imagine, leads the team. 10 RBI to go with his .307 average. Average that rises with a base hit tonight. Looks at a hanging curveball, and Levesque wanted the strike, but home plate umpire Ronaldo Cochran said no.
Yeah, that looked pretty good from right here behind home plate. It had to be must have been a little bit outside, but I like that spot there on a 1-1 pitch there from Levesque.
2-1 is way outside.
Very similar pitch, that last pitch I'm referring to, that Oyama had called on him in his at-bat. Slow breaking ball up and in. Seems to be a little bit of an inconsistency there.
Good hitters count for the now College of Charleston right fielder. And he swings and misses at the 3-1. Now we've gone full.
That just shows you what sort of life Levesque has on his fastball. 3-1 fastball challenges it. Cochran obviously with the green light, and he still beats him.
Yet to have a walk tonight to the Gulls. As Cochran flies the 3-2 out of play, and it finds the street on America's Cup.
Newport Glass.
The 3-2 pitch here, I'm kind of thinking that he's going to go with the all-speed pitch here, but with Cochran, you don't want to speed up his bat because Mystic has seen what he can do offensively against them this season.
3-2 again. Just snubbed it and hit it off his foot. It's a dead ball, and have another payoff pitch coming.
Yeah, and they did try to speed up his bat, and Cochran was way out in front of that pitch after the 2 quick fastballs that he was a little late on, way out ahead of that curveball, bounces it right off his foot.
Addison Kopak, the second baseman for Mystic, trying to have some little fun and get into it. And some music, get your hands in the air, and he's just trying to have some fun there at second base.
Well, let's get loud, am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Get this crowd riled up.
I mean, it's a big crowd here tonight.
It's got to be nice for Kopak, which last summer played at an empty ballpark here at Guardians Field, and now at a packed house.
Rhode Island native himself.
3-2 again. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Levesque goes 1-2-3 through the Newport 9-1 and 2 hitters here in the bottom of the third, and we remain scoreless as we go to the fourth. Well, let's keep it here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. I'll toss things over to Ryan Medeiros to give us a look around the NECBL.
Yeah, thanks, Zach. We got 4 games going on around the NECBL in addition to this Newport matchup that remains scoreless against Mystic. Let's look at this Upper Valley game. Upper Valley beating Winnipesaukee 7-1 already just in the bottom of the third inning in that ball game. Sanford beating Vermont 2-1 in the top of the second. Keene and North Shore also remain scoreless there early in that ball game, top of the third inning, and Danbury and Vineyard just through the first inning, scoreless as well.
And that last one, a lot of implications for the game here, with Newport now in sole possession of first place after a win on Monday, 13-7 on the season, looking for a 14th win tonight. So we'll head to the top of the fourth, and I'll hand things over to John Liuzzi to bring us through innings 4, 5, and 6. John?
Thanks so much, Zach. And we're having a great pitching matchup between these two teams, and that's been the trend in every single game we've seen as between Newport and Mystic this season. And the starting pitching has been phenomenal here tonight. Aldrich and Levesque having a real pitcher's duel, and the offense is. They've gotten runners on base, but they haven't been seen to bring them all the way around. But it's really to these middle of the inning, these innings, the 5th and the 6th inning, where the scoring tends to open up the gates for both teams.
Yeah, and certainly. And I've been really impressed by both of these pitchers. Levesque for Mystic has not given an inch all season against Newport. He's up to 10 strikeouts in 7 innings against the Gulls. Just 5 hits allowed over that time and no runs. And for Aldrich, he's done the same. While he's allowing a little more hits, a little more traffic on the base paths, he has not let runs cross the board. Just 2 of them through his first 12 innings this year.
Yeah, and we've seen 2 pitches really play up tonight, 1 for each pitcher. The breaking ball for Aldrich and the fastball for Levesque. So keep an eye on those 2 pitches moving forward through this ball game.
That brings up Danny Crossan to start the top of the fourth for the Schooners. Aldrich with the kick and the home. In there for a called strike, right inside and tight. Crossan from Northeastern and finished 12th in the Colonial Athletic Association Conference this year in hitting. That one he swings inside the dirt, and Crossan, he swings at those kind of pitches and kind of gets him to fall behind, but we've seen him produce in this time for the Schooners. A lot of extra base hits, at 5 home runs. We mentioned he leads the team in. Somebody who's not afraid to swing the bat. The 0-2. Fouled off, and he will stay alive. Hit .336 this year for the Huskies. Just got one of his new teammates here for the Schooners. Corey DiLorito, the first baseman, corner outfielder for Mystic. Right to the team today. As Aldrich shakes off his signs and he fires home. This one popped up and a high infield fly out, and the pitcher Aldrich takes it himself.
Yeah, that's not something you see every day. A lot of times pitchers will concede to an infielder on that play, but Aldrich, after making the Willie Mays style play on the chopper early in the ball game, having some confidence in his fielding skills.
Yeah, he wants to have some fun there and get a couple fielding decisions given to him. And that kicks in Joseph Carpenter, the designated hitter out of the University of Delaware. Checks his swing, and even though he checked it, it's in there for a called strike. 0 for 1 on the night, grounded out to Aldrich last time. We mentioned that Willie Mays kind of play. The 0-1 outside a little bit for ball number 1. The 1-1 to Carpenter. Hit towards center field, and Oyama grats back and can't make the catch. It will get over Kenny Oyama, and Joseph Carpenter is up with a 1-out double.
Yeah, and that's one of the toughest plays to make as a center fielder. That ball hit right at you on a line, hit very hard. Really hard to judge that type of play because you don't want to take that first step in, even though it looks like it's a line drive right at you, but it ended up carrying over his head.
I think what even makes it a little bit more difficult there for Oyama is it was hit into like a little bit of a corner of the fences out there in center field, one of the deepest parts of this ballpark here at Cardines.
Yeah, 94 miles per hour off the bat of Carpenter, as we have here on the track band, hit really well. We've seen Kopak get a couple balls really well, and that really impressed, especially for Oyama, who's a great defensive center fielder, but just not a whole lot he could have done there.
Brings up Tucker Flint, the first baseman, in there for a ball down low, and he's ahead of the count at 1-0.
Yeah, and give Oyama a little bit of credit. Even though he got a poor jump on that ball, he used his speed and his athleticism to almost make that play in the deepest part of the ballpark.
So 1-0 count here to Tucker Flint, the East Greenwich, Rhode Island native. As Aldridge works from the stretch. Lefty on lefty, the 1-0. Find themselves in there for a strike. A 1-1 count. He went to the off-speed pitch.
Yeah, and against these next two batters, both lefties, expect to see a lot of that breaking pitch.
Flynn hitting just 100 against the left-handers this season, with 2 walks. Look back at second and the delivery. A little downstairs for ball number 2. 88 miles per hour there on that fastball. That's something he's looking kind of go over every so often here on Zach's computer. That seems to be where the location spot hits around for Aldridge on the miles per hour. Now, in there for strike number 2.
Yeah, I guess you credit Wood for the frame job on that one. That pitch appeared to be a little bit below the zone, but Wood, again, give him credit, pulled it back up, got the called strike.
It was outside of the strike zone box, as we see here on this. That's pretty cool with TrackMan baseball.
I got to give a shout out to Colby Mason, who does a great job putting that all together and giving us some, really adds another level here to the broadcast here tonight.
The 2-2 downstairs in the dirt for ball number 3, so Flint works a full count here. 1 down, still 0-0 here in Cardines.
Yeah, and might I add, with the StatCast revolution going on in Major League Baseball right now, it's really cool to see that trickle down into the NECBL.
Especially we have synergy with the scouting stuff as well, with the cameras all the way around. The 3-2 payoff pitch, swing and a miss, as he goes a little bit inside and tight, and he gets Flynn striking out for out number 2.
Yeah, this is what Jack Aldrich has done every inning, right? Mystic, the trouble is not getting the first hit, but it's what are you going to do with an after? And he's got fantastic strikeout stuff on the mound, does Aldrich. His 6th strikeout in just 3 2/3 so far. And if that's sustainable for Newport, you really could have something going here, because you had the extra base hit, but he really works well under pressure and has done that well so far here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And the Mystic leaving 4 runners on base just through 3 innings. Where obviously they have 2 outs right here in the top of the 4th with a runner on base, and trying to get away from that streak to add on to left on base. Look back at second and the delivery home. A little low for ball number 1 to Michael DiMartino out of Southern Connecticut State University.
Now that looked like a 3rd pitch from Aldrich. We've seen the fastball and we've seen the main breaking ball. That looked like a bit of a changeup, if I'm not mistaken, or it could have been a slide piece at 82 miles an hour.
Now we've seen the curveball from him tonight as well. The 1-0 hit towards second. Haycock in there to make time for the 4-3 put out. Schooners leave another runner on base, their 5th of the night. And we will head to the bottom of the 4th with Newport coming up 0-0 here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League.
To the home half of the fourth inning we go. Here will be Justin Guerrera, Matt Wood, Bryce Hewitt, who started off in the fourth inning for the Newport Gulls. John Liuzzi, Zach Letson, and Ryan Medinas here on the call for the NECBL Broadcast Network. So glad you're with us here on this Wednesday night from Rhode Island. Tristan Levesque working in his fourth inning of work. And if he can get through this one, he'll be tying his season high of 4 innings. And that came against no other than the Newport Gulls back earlier in June.
And John, it's really interesting the way that these two have matched up in every game that we've had so far this year. This is the way that a lot of games have started. You've had a pitching battle in the beginning, and then one team or another, as the first pitch in upstairs for a ball, one team or another will have that breakthrough inning. And for Newport, the last time that they played here, it was that 9-run frame with, of course, Cal Perillo, the star that night. But it's happened in every matchup really between these two.
Yeah, and they ended up being, outside of that last one here at Cardines, it's been a 2-run win for Newport. And it's like you said, it's one offense gets hot in 1 inning, and then the bullpen for them can just continue and hold that lead.
And for Newport, in the last time these two played, it was 3 runs in the 5th, 5 in the 6th. And thanks a lot in part to the man who's at the plate right now.
The 2-0 in there for a strike as he goes with the off-speed pitch, 68 miles per hour there.
Wow.
Yeah, and let me just give a little shout-out to Justin Guerrera. It feels like we talked about him ad nauseum here right after this pitch.
This one hit towards left field, and that one has left the yard right on cue. Justin Guerrera with a solo shot, and it puts the Gulls up 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth.
He's unbelievable. What he's done for Newport this season, it just continues. The Newport Gulls have 13 home runs. Justin Guerrera has 7 of them. And the tear that he's been on here with Newport has been so much fun to watch, and he does it again right there.
Goes all the way past the 330 mark in left field to put the Gulls up 1-0.
Didn't even give me a chance to talk about his stats.
I mean, he probably heard you. We're not that far from home plate, but he's been somebody who has just taken advantage of Mystic this entire season.
Yeah, 340 hitter this year at Fairfield, 685 slugging.
Pitch there to Wood in there down low for ball number 1, so it's a 1-0 count to the Penn State Nittany Lion. That one a little bit up high for ball number 2. And we'll see how Levesque works from this and bounces back after giving a solo shot. Especially in his last outing, he didn't give a single run. Is this one hit towards right field, and does that have range to go back to back? It gets off the fence, and it will be a stand-up double.
Boy, that ball hung up for a very, very, very long time, and I just didn't really know where the ball was, and it landed, it looked like just short of home run distance as Wood, the catcher, a little banged up. We get a look at him, just kind of midway up that fence, and Wood looked like may have banged up his foot a little bit at second there, walking it off.
Yeah, he came in hard at second base. Looks like he may have jammed that ankle, but he'll stay in the ballgame.
So after retiring 5 straight batters, Levesque has given up back-to-back hits on that solo shot there by Guerrera, and then a double. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. I'm not sure what I was talking about there, guys, but a stand-up double there to Wood, and that brings up Bryce Hewitt, the left-handed hitter. Look back at second, and the pitch home. Down and away for ball number 1. Seems that he's losing his command a little bit here in the 4th inning. It's a little bit hard, and that brings out Dennis Long, the pitching coach for the Schooners, to come talk to his southpaw. Kind of a little bit hard right now due to the vantage point we have here to see if bullpen action is going for the Schooners.
Probably just giving Levesque a chance to get a breather here after giving up the home run and double back-to-back, getting behind in this count. Not a bad move here. Just giving some words of confidence. A little bit of time to settle down here with this mound visit.
Ronaldo Cochran, the home plate umpire, walking out to break up this meeting at the mound. And it's Levesque and Kopak also in there, along with DiMartino, and the meeting is over, and we'll see how Mystic will look to respond here as they are down 1-0 here.
Yeah, we got to look at the bullpen here on our monitor. It's Jack Weeks who's warming up.
Yep.
Of course, neither one of these sides has gone to the bullpen yet with what has looked to be a pitcher's duel, but now with Newport finally breaking through, could become interesting here.
And it's interesting that Weeks is the one up, and we were waiting for the bus to show up, and as this pitch is in there for a ball down low, and the bus arrived a little bit late to Mystic here today, and I was talking to Levesque and also Weeks, and they're kind of saying, like, man, I don't think I'm going to be the first person out for Weeks because he's so similar to Levesque. They don't throw that fast. They can reach around 86 miles per hour as their highest pitch. That one in there for a called strike. So it's a 2-1 count, and Weeks is well rested. He hasn't pitched in 14 days for Mystic. So we'll see if he's the first person out of the bullpen. It stays that way. The 2-1 popped up. Brosnan will go out of play, and it will go onto the main road. So he works himself back in this one. 2-2 count here to Bryce Hewitt. It'll be big for Levesque if he can punch out Hewitt and then just focus on the next couple batters to get out of this inning and just limit the damage to 1. This one hit into right field, and that one will get down. Wood will round third, and he will head home. No throw home, and it's a 2-0 Newport lead.
Great piece of hitting from Bryce Hewitt. We've seen him do it a lot this year, and not trying to do too much right there. Just a really good swing and pulled the baseball. We talked about his ability to pull the ball. Kept it low, but didn't need to do a whole lot, and it was a great swing to make it 2-0.
Yeah, real simple off the swing and delivery there from the left-handed hitter.
Yeah, and that was a really good sign from Hewlett there. A guy who's gotten big in his swing, had a bit of a lengthy swing over the past few games, trying to launch the ball, almost trying to do too much. Like you guys said, kept it simple and had a nice live drive in the right field.
I bring Chase Akoff. That one out a little bit for a ball. Akoff reached on a single down the left field line his last time up, his first at-bat for the Gulls, and who have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch. Short dribbler, and that one will stay foul and roll into just in front of Newport's dugout. For Mystic, their starting pitching has been one of the stronger parts for them, but back-to-back nights it seems to be picking up a little bit. The throw over to first, and a tag is made, but Hewitt was there safe by a mile. Anthony Mazzucato pitched started the last game for Mystic on Monday, gave up 3 runs in that game. The pitch, down low. Good stop there by DiMartino to keep it in front of him. But it's a 2-1 count here to Akoff. No out yet recorded here in this inning by the Mystic defense. The 2-1 upstairs, 3-1. Just seems, guys, that his command is gone here in this inning. It seems that leadoff home run got it to him a little bit, and just doesn't have that grip on that pitch that's been just so good tonight for Levesque. The 3-1. Hit towards third. Crossing gets it on the hop. Throws it over to second. Kopak to first. Into safe. So it'll be a fielder's choice as Flint bobbles it in front of the first base bag. One down here, though.
Yeah, squeaked out of the glove of Flint. It was going to be a very close play, and it looked like he might have beaten it out, regardless of whether he makes that catch or not. But, yeah, the approach of these Newport hitters has really changed this inning, and it's really worked to the advantage, and it could spell the day here for Tristan Levesque.
Well, Coach Phil Orby, the manager of the Schooners, coming out, and It looked like Levesque's night will be done as Jack Weeks, the left-hander out of Georgetown, coming out of the bullpen. We'll step aside here on the NECBL Broadcast Network, and when we come back, we'll give a little bit more of the bio for Weeks and see if Mystic can get out of this inning. But Newport leading the Mystic Schooners 2-0 on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
And we welcome you back here to Cardines Field. It'll be the left-hander Jack Weeks, the first man out of the bullpen for Mystic. Last time out was back on June the 25th at Bristol and got the win decision. 2 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 9 batters faced. Hope to get out of this inning for Mystic. The pitch home. Out for ball number 1 to number 9, Joe Foran. Runner on first is charged to Levesque if he does get around to score. Out and away for ball number 2. Mentioned Weeks well rested. Hasn't pitched in 14 days for Mystic, mainly due to a lot of rain postponements that the Schooners have faced. Out of Georgetown University. This one hit. A long foul ball, and that one will get out of the ballpark. Weeks, mainly a starter at Georgetown after what his sophomore season was just so good for the Hoyas, and he's been out of the bullpen for Mystic this season. Able to hopefully eat a couple innings up for the Schooners. The 2-1. That one gets away from DiMartino. He can't find it. And Akoff will just stay at second. So a pass ball there from DiMartino. It puts the double play out of order for the Mystic Schooners.
Yeah, and heads-up play by the first baseman there, getting down and getting that ball. It looked like Akoff might have a chance for third base on that one because the catcher couldn't find it.
Yeah, I think Mystic very fortunate that someone saw the ball in time because it looked like Akoff may have easily had third there.
So the 3-1 from Weeks, and that one gets away from DiMartino, and that will allow Akoff to score to go to third.
That had to be a cross-up on that pitch. That clanged right off his chest protector.
So time is called as DiMartino goes out to talk to his left-hander. First time that Weeks has thrown to DiMartino, who joined the team just last week. And last time I know these two teams, the catching battery is a lot different. No more Christian Policelli. He went back to the Naval Academy. Lost Jordan Lasky to a hand injury. Luke Schliger left the team. He's now with Danbury. Addison Kopak can play a little bit of the catching position, but he's typically a utility man inside the infield. And then Jerry Huntsinger didn't return from the MLB Draft Combine as he's focusing on his hopeful next step of his playing career. But it's Connor Keeley now, and he fouls off the first pitch of the night from Weeks, and it's an 0-1 count.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier in the ball game that Kylie's a guy that puts the ball in play. This would be a great situation for a ground ball to either the second baseman or shortstop.
Well, Crossan playing in on the corner.
He's got the speed to beat a double play ball.
The 0-1 inside the dirt. Nice block there from DiMartino to keep it in front of him. And it's a 1-1 count. Runners on the corners, one down here in the bottom of the fourth. Newport has already scored 2 runs, a home run from Justin Guerrero, and an RBI single from Bryce Hewitt. The pitch popped up, and that one will sail out of play. And it's a 1-2 count here to the left fielder.
Better call, Newport Glass.
So Weeks will get his signs, look over at first, and the pitch home. Upstairs for ball number 2. Looks like he lost his grip a little bit on there, and 83 miles per hour there off that pitch.
Yeah, grip has certainly been a topic of conversation lately.
No sticky tack? As that one is hit into left field, and that one will get down as it hits off the fence. 1 run has scored. The throw will go right to third, so a RBI double here from Connor Keeley, and it's a 3-0 Newport lead.
Yeah, that's a refreshing sign for Kylie, a guy who had been struggling to get a hit as of late. You see him doing the little flap at second base, driving in a run.
Wasn't sure if that one had a little bit of some height for a 3-run home run, but nonetheless, it brings up the 9-hole hitter, Spencer Smith, who flew out to center field his last time. Infield will play in now for Mystic. As Weeks calls time, resets himself on the mound. All Smith needs to do is hit it over Tucker Flynn, and potentially 2 runs will score. The pitch in the dirt. That one gets past DiMartino, and a run has scored as Thornton comes in. The pass ball will get away, and it's a 4-0 Newport lead.
How about that hustle from Joe Foran? Wasted no time making that decision, and it's got to be a pretty quick decision. There's not a lot of space here behind home plate, so if you're going to break for home, you got to make that decision instantly. Thornton did, and credit his hustle. That is a hustle run for Newport, and we talked about the breakthrough inning, John. We talked about it right before this, and look what's happened. Newport breaks for 4 to start the scoring.
Yeah, you talk about 1 inning, and that's all they need for a team in the last couple games.
Yeah, this Newport offense has shown itself to be very streaky. You know, the runs come sparingly, but then when they come in bunches. At least as of late, that's how it's been.
This one hit down the first base line, and that one will get into the corner. And Newport will advance their lead to 5-0 as Smith slides in to second base.
Yeah, the Gulls really breaking it open right now. All the best that we have seen from this Newport offense this season. We're seeing all of that in this inning, really. The power from Justin Guerrero and how he's led the offense, but how this is not a one-man show in this lineup. Anyone from 1 to 9 can beat you. And Connor Kiley, the 8-hitter with a double, and Spencer Smith, the 9-hitter. What a dangerous weapon that is to have in the 9 spot with, hitting over 300 this season and the OBP leader, and just a great piece of hitting just left of that right field line, and it just continues for Newport.
It continues. They put up a 5 spot, only 1 run, only 1 out, I should say, here still in this inning. Oyama sees a first pitch strike here from Weeks. We were talking about it during the pitching change that these college hitters and these pitchers just seem to be in a little bit of a funk when they changing their role perhaps a little bit from their college seasons coming here to the NECBL. That one in there for a ball just a little bit high, and it's a 1-1 count here to Kenny Oyama, who's 0 for 2 already on the night.
Yeah, I mentioned it to you guys. When these guys are trying to lengthen out their outings a little bit longer. Some of these guys are can't come out of the bullpen all spring. Now they're trying to lengthen it out. They tend to get a little fatigued later in their outings.
1-1 count here from Weeks. Pitch home, and that one will be blocked right in front of DiMartino, so Smith will stay right at second. But Newport just one batter away from batting around this inning. They put up a 5 spot already here in this inning, and Weeks will try to get out of this right here and put his offense back up. The pitch. This one hit towards first. Tucker Flynn has it, bobbles, and he will be safe at first. So runners on the corners right now for Newport, and this inning continues.
What hustle from Kenny Oyama right there. If you're the pitcher, I think that is kind of your play to try to get over to first and have someone else cover the bag. Because I'll tell you what, if you're Flynn all the way over, he's near second base territory, you're not going to beat the speed of Kenny Oyama. And credit the hustle right there. And it's just, like you said, passing the baton to another guy in this order. It just continues.
So runners on the corners, one down, and Mystic will try to roll a double play here to get out of this inning after Newport has scored 5 runs already. Runner going, Oyama, throw to second will not come from DiMartino. Eliminates the double play.
Yeah, made it look easy right there. That is stolen base number 8 for Kenny Oyama this year, and it's a situation you really can't win from if you're Mystic, because then you have to worry about Smith breaking for him if you throw down, and it brings the infield in here.
So a 1-0 count here to Sam Cochran, the right fielder. Infield still playing in for the Schooners. That one gets past DiMartino as it bounces at home plate, and Smith will advance home, and 6-0 now the Gulls.
Well, now Newport is capitalizing big time off of Mystic mistakes, and this is what this team will do to you. You got to play a clean game against them, because they have really capitalized in this inning with the hustle and a lot of speed on the base paths between Oyama and Smith, and wasted no time making that aggressive decision. Really paid off.
Yeah, and we talked about it in the opening that one of the keys for the Schooners to win this game was to clean it up defensively, and as that one is in there for a ball low to Cochran, who has a 2-0 count, but they had to clean it up defensively. 3-1, my apologies. And it just hasn't been able to be cleaned up. They had 3 really strong innings of defense, and this one, the loses this one, as Kopak makes the play and will throw it over for a 4-3 putout, which is just a second out, and brings up Justin Guerrera, who started this inning with a solo shot to left field.
Yeah, probably saved a run there by picking the ball nicely to Kopak, a guy that's not a natural second baseman, making a nice play, playing in on the grass, and had to look quickly because he didn't give a look to Oyama. I think he's breaking for him himself, but yeah, as he said, Newport, what an inning it's been, 6 across, and the man that began it all.
Brings up Guerrera now. That one in there for a called strike.
This is just about the last man you want to see at the plate right now if you're a Mystic fan.
5 hits in the inning for the Gulls. That one down low. And despite, outside of those 5 hits, the base running has been really impressive out of the Newport, just taking advantage of what has been given to them. The 1-1 fouled off as that one goes back to the backstop, fouls off the wood, and it's a 1-2 count. Some Irish music being played inside the crowd right now. Weeks with the 1-2, looking to get the third out of the inning. A little bit outside, looks good, but home plate umpire Ronaldo Cochran says that's ball number 2. Shakes off his signs, working from the stretch. The 2-2 pitch coming from here from Jack Weeks. This one hit, and did he go back-to-back in this inning? He sure does. A 2-run home run this time from Justin Guerrera, and he is the man of the inning. 8-0 Newport.
John, he might have outdone himself right there. Unbelievable swing absolutely tattooed it. Hit it near the same area, but that one a lot further off of his bat. Have a night, young man. What a game for him.
Have a night indeed. I mean, 2 home runs on the night and just continues what has been an impressive season in the NECBL. Carried over what was a great season at Fairfield. And, oof, he tattooed that one.
No scoring in the ball game coming into this inning, but Guerrera comes in clutch just in time.
So 8-0 Newport now. Brings up Matt Wood. Had a double his last time up. That one gets past DiMartino.
And, John, that's what you call a no-downer. I think everyone in this stadium knew it immediately. The first one was hit very well, but it kind of curled over that fence. That one, he left zero doubt.
This one had a little bit more of that confidence that it was going out. The 1-0 from Weeks. This one hit down the first base line. So after neither team scored in the first 3 innings, Newport has broken this game open to 8-0, and the trend of just 1 inning that a team needed to get this game in their side has continued as all the momentum has shifted to the team here at home. This one hit towards center field, and that one will get down. The inning continues. Back-to-back hits in the inning for Matt Wood. And I bring up Bryce Hewitt now.
Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable what Newport. This is as complete an inning as they've had all season. And you mentioned it, very reminiscent to that 9-run inning that they had way back in the second time these two played. But quite impressive given the fact that there just wasn't a lot of life to this offense the first 3 innings. And they have come out and looked like the offense that they are, the best offense in the Southern Division statistically coming in. And tonight have played like it.
They're showing why they are in the #1 seed here in the Southern Division, as well as a couple birds come down on the field, and this one hit toward shortstop. Padilla will take it himself on the fielder's choice, but the damage has been done in the inning by the Newport Gulls. They score 8 runs, and they take an 8-0 lead into the 5th. We'll be back on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
And we welcome you back here to Cardines Field, where we just experienced a very long inning on the offensive side for the Newport Gulls. They score 8 runs in the inning. Brings up Brian Padilla to start off the 5th. This one hit foul down the line, and there'll be an 0-1 count here. Just a really complete inning for the Gulls in that bottom half of the fourth, as Aldrich works with a 0-1 count to put it to 0-2 now.
Yeah, we talked about guys getting fatigued in their starts. This could be sort of a blessing in disguise for Jack Aldrich, having some time to sit down with the long inning. Rest up.
The 0-2, swing and a miss as Padilla goes chasing, and there's one down here in the top of the fifth.
Yeah, a lot of time to sit, but it doesn't look like he missed a beat, right?
No.
He comes out with 6 strikeouts in the first 4 innings of work and wasted no time getting to 7.
And I'm sure if there was any worry in him going in longer in this outing, that 8 runs probably loosened that a little bit. That one gets a piece of coming, and it's a hit by pitch, and the Schooners have a runner on base. And that brings up Addison Kopak. Last time hit a double off the fence here, and he was not able to be brought home. He will look to at least get 1 run in or continue this inning for Mystic. Had a home run his last time here at Cardines earlier in the season. Cumming takes his lead out of first. The pitch home. In there for a called strike.
And Aldrich has done exactly what you need to do coming into a situation like this where you're up 8-0, just pound the strike zone. He did have the hit by pitch, but keep runners off of base.
Aldrich gets set and pitches home, and that one will get past Wood, and Cumming will take second base on the pass ball.
Well, I know it's only inning number 5, but I think I have a pretty good idea of who tonight's player of the game is going to be even this early.
It's going to be Zach Letson, right?
Well, to be fair, Aldrich is having a heck of a night on the mound, so it'd be remiss to have him. But the night Guerrero's having, it's really going to be tough to top by anybody.
Well, Guerrero was arguably the player of the game last night with just a double.
The 1-1 as Aldrich looks back and pitches home, and that one's a swing and a miss there to Kopak. And I think it's safe to say, even though we're early in the week for this week 6 of the NECBL season, Guerrero putting a good case for a player of the week.
Well, we talked about it earlier. Guerrero with the line drive off the top of the fence last night. He said, hey, let's increase that launch angle. I'm getting the ball out of there tonight.
Yeah, 2 home runs, by the way. The 1-2 down in the dirt. Good block here from Wood to keep it in front of him. And it's a 2-2 count. Guerrero will be a no-doubter, should be a no-doubter selection to the All-Star team right here at Cardines, which will be next Sunday as the Northern Division teams head down to the South. The 2-2. Down and away, and it's a 3-2 count. So Kopak works himself back into the count and has it full now with 1 down here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, and if you're Aldrich in this situation, you just have to attack him here. Can't allow any more base runners, especially with a big lead like this.
So a 3-2 pitch coming here from Jack Aldrich. And the payoff pitch. Hit towards left field. It has carry. Will it go? And no, it will hit off the fence, but Cumming will round second base and come home on a 1-out double by Addison Kopak.
Really been impressed by Kopak and what he's done here tonight. His team's down by 7 runs, but he's done just about all he can to try to fix that. 2 doubles tonight and 2 really well hit balls. That one, as you said, very close to having home run distance. It stays in the yard, but a pair of doubles and a single, all you could have asked for from your second baseman.
And somebody who just continues to pick up his team when he's up at bat, as he kind of has a little bit of fun at second base, but Spencer Smith pushes him off his back, saying, that's my bag. I deserve that after that hit. And that brings up Jimmy Sullivan, the left fielder out of the University of Virginia. Has an opportunity to continue the scoring in this inning for Mystic. That one in there for a strike. Looked a little bit low, but Cochran said that just made it in. So an 0-1 count here to Sullivan, the Connecticut native playing for Mystic this year. The 0-1 downstairs, and it's blocked by Wood. And outside of that pass ball that just happened to batter or go, Wood has been really solid behind home plate for the Gulls tonight. One coming here from Aldridge to Sullivan. Look back at second. And the delivery. Hit towards center field, but Oyama is there on the catch. So 2 down in the inning, and Kenny Oyama showing off the speed once again.
That's maybe a more impressive play than it looked out there by Kenny. He takes a second to read the ball, but with the speed that he has, he races in to make a really nice ball catch on a ball that was hit well on a line.
And that speed really, sorry to cut you off there, but it really is able to pick him up in case he does get a late jump on the ball. He's able to recover because of that speed.
Yeah, and what I was getting at, John, was we talked about it early in the ball game. Those line drives right at you in center field are some of the toughest balls to read, but Oyama, like you said, that speed picks him up even when he doesn't get a great jump.
So that brings up Barry Walsh now here with 2 outs. This one fouled off as that one just gets past Coach Phil Orby. So it's an 0-1 count here to Barry Walsh, who's 1 for 2 on the night. So 0-1 here to Walsh with a runner on second. Schooners have already scored 1 run in the inning. The pitch hit towards shortstop. Smith can't come up with it, so that will go in there for an infield single. And the Schooners have runners on the corners with Denny Crossan coming up.
Yeah, hit it well and really in a perfect spot in between Fortin, who got a lot of dirt on that jersey, and Smith, who initially bobbled it. But I think even with the bobble, I don't know if he would have had much of a play, even if he fields that completely cleanly, given how far in the hole it was. And a really good piece of hitting from Walsh, and it keeps this inning going.
Brings up Danny Crossan now. This one hit right towards second. Askoff has it in time for the 4-3 putout. Schooners do score 1 run in the inning on an RBI double by Addison Kopak. We will head into the bottom of the 5th with Newport leading 8-1 on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, you, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island.
And we welcome you back here at historic Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. It will be a new pitcher on the mound for the Mystic Schooners, and that'll be the right-hander, Jonathan Velasquez, out of Miami, Florida, the native of Miami, Florida, and Stetson University product. An 8.52 ERA on the season and 6.1 innings of work. Last pitch, June 22nd against Newport. That one fires in and high and tight, and it almost hit Akoff. So 1-0 count here. And the pitch. Again, a little bit inside, and it's a 2-0 count. He relieves Jack Weeks on the mound for Mystic. The 2-0. Hit towards third, and that one will be a foul ball. And a 2-1 count. Acuff 1 for 1 on the night. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time. 2-1 in there for a strike right on the outside corner. Didn't agree with that pitch there. The call of the pitch, but it's a 2-2 count now here for Velasquez. And the delivery. Fouled off, and that gets a piece of DiMartino. Looks to be okay as he throws it back. Be kind of hard for the Gulls to respond, to get a little bit better than what that 8-run last inning was. The 2-2. Down low for ball number 3.
Yeah, it is hard to top, and that's what got the job done for Newport in that 13-4 game here, and a game that is really similar in a lot of ways.
The 3-2 hit towards center field, and that one will get down. A leadoff double as that one gets off the fence. And he is in there safely.
Yeah, what a debut for Chase Acuff here. First game with the Newport Gulls. A hit on the very first pitch, a broken bat single, and got fantastic contact on this pitch. Hit it the other way, split the gap perfectly. It one hops off that bottom part of the fence, and just the hustle was thinking two the whole way, and gets the 2-bagger.
So the hot offense for the Gulls continues here in the 5th. Brings up Joe Foran, who got on a walk his last time up and later came around and scored. Look back at second as Velasquez works from the stretch. That one up high, and then we're going to ask him, third base umpire, if he went, but he did not. So it's a 1-0 count here. Velasquez has 7 walks on the season, 8 hits, just gave up his 9th. Look back, then now kicks in the dirt. 2-0. And despite the command, you can't question the velocity that's coming out of Velasquez's arm. He's pumping at 91 miles per hour right now. Does have a really tight slider if he chooses to go to that on his off-speed pitches. The 2-0. Down low for ball number 3. And what was 2 really good outings for the pitching staff of Mystic on the road in their last 2 games. It seems the road woes are continuing here tonight at Cardines. The 3-0. A little bit in tight, but it's a walk by Fortin and puts runners on first and second for the Gulls.
Yeah, it's the second straight time that Fortin has done that at the plate, and just no need to take the bat off your shoulder if not throwing strikes at the plate. And Newport, something has really clicked here these last couple innings, whether it's getting really good contact on pitches that are in the zone or being incredibly patient in perfect situations in pitches that are out of it. It's worked perfectly.
For sure, as they can. Brings up Connor Kiley right now. The pitch. Down low.
Believe it or not, guys, one more hit from the Gulls actually triples their hit total from last night. They had 4 hits in last night's ball game. They've already got 11 tonight.
They've already scored 8 runs, have runners on first and second, and no outs here in the 5th. That one down low once again as that misses. So Velasquez came in this inning and has no grip on his command end. And that brings a call from Orby, and no call has been made to the bullpen, but I would not expect a pitching change to happen in at bats, right?
Probably just going out to talk to Velasquez, settle him down. Maybe he noticed something in his mechanics that's a little off. He obviously has struggled with his control, so just a mound visit to settle him down, maybe remind him of something they've worked on prior in order to harness that control.
And he's also been well rested. Like I said, he hasn't pitched since June 22nd against the Gulls at the Shipyard, so perhaps it's trying to get that back into that rhythm. And we were talking about the time off for a pitcher can kind of mess them up, especially for Velasquez, who's a reliever who expects to be in there every couple of days or so. but obviously that has not been able to happen for Mystic.
And it looks like, as you said, it's his game for the moment. It's just to stay in this one for Velasquez. But as we just got to look on our monitor, a couple different arms warming up in the bullpen. For Mystic, it's Bowen Baker, who's getting going, the lefty from Fairfield, and Liam Levangie for the Newport Gulls. And Jack Aldrich, after 5 successful innings, I think his day probably coming to a close as he's in that range of pitches where you start to make that consideration.
So a 2-0 count here as play will resume. And the pitch. Fouled off. Looks like I got a piece of DiMartino, either his glove or his chest protector. And it's a 2-1 count. We'll see if Mystic can roll a double play or at least get one out to move this inning further. And the pitch. Fouled off straight away, right in front of us.
Good thing there's a fence there.
I still have not gotten used to that back here.
I've been able to tell a little bit.
You always got to flinch. You always have it.
I don't know, for whatever reason, I haven't had a lot of trouble getting used to the fence.
The 2-2, as that one misses just a little bit.
To be fair, Zach, you have had a few more reps back here than I.
You are absolutely right.
And I mean, compared to some fields here in the NECBL, there's just plain screen on the web. So, but they got a fence here in Newport. The 3-2 hit popped up, and Kopak chasing all the way over. So is Flint. Flint will make the catch in foul territory for the first out. Runners stay where they are at. Will pop up to the first baseman in foul territory. Will be the first out recorded here in this inning. And it looks like it is still Velasquez's inning, though Orby is walking around the front of the dugout for the Schooners. But it brings up Spencer Smith, who by no means is an easy out in that 9-hole. Had a double his last time up.
Yeah, hit it perfectly right down the line and was a highlight of many highlights in that 8-run frame.
That one misses by a hair, and it's a 1-0 count here from Velasquez to Smith.
Yeah, and that poke by Smith moves his on base even closer to 500, if not hitting that mark. That's Barry Bonds territory.
The 1-0. In there for a called strike on the outside corner. Righty on lefty here. 7:18 Eastern time. Newport has an 8-1 lead against the Mystic Schooners. The pitch. And that one gets away from DiMartino, and that'll be a wild pass ball, my apologies. And runners will advance, and that eliminates once again the double play for Mystic.
Yeah, he has really struggled behind the plate tonight. I mean, a lot of the offensive production has been a result of hits, but a lot of pass balls have led to runs as well.
So a 2-1 count here as Velasquez looks to work in this inning. And the pitch home. Outside. Goes inside and tight, and it's a 3-1 count. And he's one pitch away from loading the bases.
Yeah, when you're down 7 runs, that is a pitch that you want to get on the corner there, but it missed just inside.
The 3-1. Popped up, and both outfielders going forward. Cumming will be underneath the catch. A runner is going home. The throw home, and it was on a jar, and it will keep Akoff at third. A beautiful throw there from Brendan Cumming, the Princeton Tiger.
Yeah, no need to be overly aggressive in a 7-run advantage for the Newport Gulls. It needed to make a good throw, and Cumming did just that, a one-hopper perfectly to the catcher, DiMartino, and certainly would have been a close play at home, and you still have the opportunity in this for the Gulls with Kenny Oyama.
Bring up Kenny Oyama, the leadoff hitter. That's one he fouls off. And it's an 0-1 count. And from the start, I just picked it up here, and we're in Game 5 against these two teams, and Oyama chokes up on the bat from the start and kind of gives him probably a little bit more pop and power off the bat. 0-1. in there for a called strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, I would counter a little bit on that, John. Maybe not so much the pop and power, but definitely a contact advantage. Oyama, like we said, is a guy who doesn't strike out much, but by choking up on the bat with 2 strikes, does put the ball in play.
He has an 0-2 count right now. Velasquez works. And that one will sail out of play and go on the main road.
Better call, Newport Glass.
And that kind of, even though I don't drive here and all, but kind of scared if I'm driving on that road and all of a sudden you have a nice little big crack in your front windshield.
I was in Danbury actually a couple of weeks ago, and we had that happened twice in one day.
No.
Yeah, and on a moving car, a home run that the Westerners hit, one during the game and one during batting practice.
0-2, hit towards center field, but Cumming is there for the third out. So a scoreless inning after a leadoff double by Chase Akoff, and we go to the 6th with Newport leading the Mystic Schooners 8-1 on the NCBL Broadcast Network.
NCBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information. You, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players.
Welcome you back here at Cardines Field, top of the 6th, and Zach, we got a new pitcher on the mound for the Gulls.
Yeah, it's Liam Levangie that comes into the ball game for Newport, making his 6th appearance on the season. He has pitched 12 1/3 innings so far and has been very good for this Newport Gulls team. 17 strikeouts to show for it. He's given up 5 runs, all earned. And with those 17 strikeouts, just 2 walks. A lot of good command, a 3.64 ERA to show for it. Very impressive curveball that I've noticed a couple different times in his outings this season.
Yeah, very impressive pitchability from Levangie, and that's not surprising because he keeps it in the family. His dad, as we've mentioned many a time, pitching coach for the Boston Red Sox, so good command, good pitcher overall.
Kind of seems like a disadvantage that your dad is a major league pitching coach and can help you work at no time. But the final line for Jack Aldrich will be 5 innings of work, 7 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 7 strikeouts.
Yeah, another great outing for him. It's remarkable the consistency that we've seen from him. 1 earned run in each of his 3 starts this season, and tonight in line for the win, which was with another great start to put his team in a great chance to win.
So Levangie's first pitch of the night in there for a called strike to Joseph Carpenter, who reached base on a double his last time up. So an 0-1 count here. Carpenter 1 for 2 on the night. Outside for ball number 1.
Yeah, the Newport Gulls would like to continue their bullpen's hot streak with Levangie on the mound here. 1.38 ERA over their last 4 games.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about that during the roundtable in the pregame show as Carpenter goes chasing up high for strike number 2. And for a team, as you go into the heart of the season and the dog days of the summer, you're really going to hope that your bullpen keeps you in those really tight games, especially in the playoffs. As that one in there for called strike 3 right down the middle as Carpenter goes down looking.
Yeah, his 18th strikeout in just 12 2/3 this year. We all just touched on it. This is a Newport pitching staff and a bullpen and starting pitching, that's really whipped into shape. And when you talk about a team that is 13-7 at the top of the division right now, that is something that can put you over the top and make you a potential championship team.
Pitch here to Tucker Flint down low, and kind of going off that a little bit, you're going into the All-Star break with that great stat and the great production you're seeing from your bullpen. You got to be proud for that. This one hit down the first base line, and that'll be fair, and Hewitt there with the play, and there's 2 down in the inning.
Yeah, Zach, and you alluded to this in your statement just a few minutes ago. The bullpen was not very good to start this season. It was a really concerning development for Newport, but these guys have really meshed well and really locked it down as the season has gone along.
So that brings up Michael DiMartino, who's 0 for 2 on the night, a strikeout and a ground out to second. Did he go? And the third base umpire said he didn't.
They almost checked down in the wrong direction on that pitch.
Yeah.
Caught himself in time.
The 1-0 from Levangie. Hit down the line and caught on the line drive by Bryce Hewitt. So a 1-2-3, top of the 6th for Levangie. He will head into the home half of the 6th, coming up right after this break on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, you, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
And we welcome you back here to Cardines Field as Jonathan Velasquez gets ready for his second inning of relief for Mystic. And after what was not a great start in that 5th inning, he really settled down and got himself out of it. But the first batter he will see is Sam Cochran, and followed by that will be the man of the game, no other than Superman himself, Justin Guerrera.
It's funny because I was actually looking at the stats earlier today, and I had seen that someone had overtaken him for first in home runs in the NECBL, and he it's almost as if he just goes back last. He says, "Okay, I'll take that lead right back." It's 2 tonight, and now he's back in sole possession.
As that one is in there for a strike to Cochran.
A little McGuire and Sosa action.
Fouls off that one, and it's an 0-2 count, and you would have to think, just seeing the production he's doing right now here with the Newport Gulls and the NECBL and what he did at Fairfield. I'm not sure exactly if he's draft eligible, but he has to be put in the thought of some major league teams heading into next week's draft. The 0-2 in there for a ball down low, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, word is he has attracted some attention. The New York Mets notably have been a team that's looked into him.
One of the players that the Mets also looking from Mystic side is Rohan Honda. The 1-2 up high as Cochran holds his swing, and it's a 2-2 count. Honda just absolutely fantastic this year for Mystic in his 5 games. As Velasquez works, this one popped up, down the left field line, and that one will get out of the field, and he'll stay alive with a 2-2 count.
Better call, Newport Glass.
Not seeing a lot of scouts in attendance here tonight. Obviously, that's probably due to them being back with their major league organizations and going through the draft board as the 2-2 here from Velasquez up high for ball number 3.
I think that'll change come next Sunday when we have the All-Star game. First time since 2016 that the Newport Gulls host, and really should be an exciting time.
The 3-2. It's called strike 3 on the outside corner. Cochran retired as he tried to go to first on the walk, but there's one down here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, Cochran not too pleased with that call, but sticking on the subject of All-Stars, the first ever Newport Gulls alumnus, Chris Taylor, was selected as an All-Star just recently, so great news there in Major League Baseball.
Chris Taylor from the Dodgers. I did not know that he played here with Newport. That's pretty cool. That one down low for ball number 1. If we're kind of going off of teams having alums, Mystic has one. It's Mike Adams pitching his way in AAA with the Philadelphia Phillies organization. As that one hit toward shortstop. Crossan comes up with it, though. Throws over to first in time for the 5-3 putout. Real nice play defensively there by Danny Crossan.
Yeah, he intercepted a ball, it looked like, from Padilla, who was kind of sitting on it. Came in and, like you said, made a nice play. And, well, it's going to take a nice play to retire Justin Guerrera tonight, I think.
For sure. First time since the first inning Guerrera has been retired after hitting 2 home runs in 1 inning.
Zach, you mentioned Padilla getting cut off there. He gives third baseman there a little gesture like, come on, man, that was my ball.
That was my play. I wanted to get on the highlight reel as that one is fouled off there from Matt Wood.
It almost reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have seen the highlights of Elvis Andrus and Adrian Beltre on the left side of the infield back in the day. Those are some of the funniest moments. But that kindled the memory a little bit with what we just saw there.
0-1 count here to Matt Wood from Jonathan Velasquez. That one's a swing and a miss as he puts a fastball right down the middle.
One of the classics, guys, was looking back a while ago, I believe it was the early 2010s. Eduardo Nunez cut over by the second base bag, cut off Robbie Cano on a pop-up, and Cano was not too pleased about that.
The 0-2 here from Velasquez. Inside and tight. Almost got a piece of Wood, but it's a 1-2 count. One-two count here from Jonathan Velasquez. Bottom of the 6th, 8-1 Newport, and the pitch. Hit into left field, and that one will be a 2-out double for Matt Wood, who stays hot on the night. 3 straight hits by the Penn State Nittany Lion.
Yeah, he has been unbelievable. As you said, his 3rd hit here tonight, a single, 2 singles rather, and a double on a run-scoring double in that 4th inning. He's been on base 10 times in the last 3 games. Of course, 4 hits against Bristol last week, and then on base 3 times on Monday. And it's really nice to see, coming off that injury, has really kind of found his groove.
Yep, and we've got Cal Perillo now stepping up to the plate as a pinch hitter.
So he will pitch hit for Bryce Hewitt.
Want to talk about someone that's rose to the occasion against the Mystic Schooners right here.
But no doubt. As Velasquez works from the stretch in a little bit high.
Of course, the player of the game, a double and a 3-run home run in the very same inning, that 9-run 6th. And look what inning we find ourselves in here.
Exactly. Deja vu. I want in there for a ball down low. So a 2-0 count here with a runner on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th for the Stetson right-hander. That one in there this time for a called strike. You go back a little bit to Adams pitching in the Phillies organization. He was picked up by the Phillies later this spring after not pitching for a long time. He started up his own training facility in South Jersey, helped recreate Matt Harvey. That one in there for a called strike. And he was the trainer for one of the top pitching prospects out of high school this year in this year's draft. And find himself in minor league baseball at the highest level. Pretty cool. The 2-2. This one hit towards second. Kopak gets it in time for the 3rd out. So Velasquez works out of a single there by Wood, and we will head to the 7th. When we come back, Zach will take over the play-by-play duties on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Newport leading Mystic 8-1.
Is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today.
Fans, you, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
Back here at Cardines Field for the top of the 7th, all Newport Gulls in game number 5 of the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup, 8-1 as we head to the final 3 frames. 8 runs on 12 hits for the Gulls, as you see on the brand new Cardines Field scoreboard in its first year at work for Newport. And we got a Newport Gull making his debut on the mound. As you can see, talking to Matt Wood, it's Luke Schauer from the University of Virginia, who will toe the rubber for the first time at Cardines Field.
Yeah, Schauer appearing out of 16 games out of the bullpen with the Cavaliers this year, 14 strikeouts and 11 in the 3rd frames.
A 4.76 ERA for the man out of Washington, D.C.
He was the number 2 ranked high school prospect in the District of Columbia, according to Perfect Game.
Some little high praise there.
He faces 9-1-2 from the Mystic Schooners. Brian Padilla leads things off and is ahead 2 balls and no strikes.
And it's going to be important here for this Mystic offense to continue playing their style of game and not adjust as they get their work in. But they got a big deficit to come back in, though. That's no doubt.
A lot of work to do. 8 runs for Newport, all coming in the 4th inning. What an inning it was. As the 2-1 is fought in the air. Jumping is Acuff, who moved to the shortstop position, but can't get it. It's in there for a base hit to start the inning. A couple of defensive changes to let you know about. Acuff at shortstop and Lewis Barnum, the new second baseman for Newport, with Cal Perillo remaining in the game. After pinch hitting, he stays at first.
And looks like there's going to be a substitution right now here for Mystic as Ben Maycock out of the University of Connecticut comes in to bat for Brendan Cumming.
Playing his second game against the Newport Gulls, the Rocky Hill, Connecticut native. And as you said, Yukon Husky.
Returnee from the 2019 Mystic team.
First pitch is in there from Luke Schauer. Reliever for the Newport Gulls, reliever number 2, Liam Levangie, can give you the final line on the Bryant Bulldog. Went 1 inning full, did not give up any hits or runs, and picked up 1 strikeout. Is this a curveball that misses? It's 1-1.
And Maycock has mentioned just briefly that he was a returnee from the 2019 team where he absolutely tore apart the NECBL, and then since then he just hasn't been himself, it seems. Didn't hit very well this year for UConn, but looking to get back and turn his swing around now in this season.
Well, he takes over for Brendan Cumming in the leadoff spot, who finishes 0 for 2 today, but was hit by a pitch and scored the only Mystic run that came in the 5th inning after Addison Kopak connected on an RBI double 1 batter later. More off-speed stuff out of the arm of Luke Shower.
I really like that pitch, though, there from Shower. Beautiful breaking ball. Just didn't break enough as it went inside and tight. 68 miles per hour off the release.
2-1. There's a fastball. Went from 68 to 85. Did Shower. It's 2-2.
That's fair to say that's a big difference there. I'm kind of hard for a hitter to time up, not knowing if he's going to go back to that slow off-speed pitch or try to speed up his bat.
Runner on first is Padilla. 2-2 pitch. Outside, and good stop from Matt Wood. Count runs full.
You'd love to see Shower pour in a strike here, a guy who had 8 walks in those 11 in the third innings pitched at Virginia, a guy who struggles a little bit with his command.
I see what you did there. Shower and pour. Talking about some weather there.
3-2 is in there for strike 3. Throw down a second, and they got him. A strike him out, throw him out for the Newport Gulls. Everything going right on a Wednesday night, and there's 2 down.
Yeah. Well, when it rains, it showers, I guess, here in Newport.
That was brilliant.
That's just a perfect throw there from Wood, too. And it looks like Padilla didn't get a good jump off it because he's obviously going against a left-hander. So it adds a little bit more difficulty there for our base runner.
The only man that has not made an out tonight in the Mystic Schooners lineup, Mr. Addison Kopak.
3 for 3 on the night with 2 doubles and 1 single. Safe to say he likes hitting here at Cardines.
One of the few bright spots for Mystic and what's been a tough night for the Schooner side tonight.
And what has been an up and down kind of season. We talked about it in the pregame show as well. And they got hot, and then they get into a couple games of a losing streak, and then they find themselves back in the winning streak. And this week is a big week for Mystic if they want to get some ground in the standings.
0-2 skips high over Matt Wood. It's 1-2.
You know, guys, I'll lay off the shower jokes, but we actually do have a light precipitation here coming on in Newport. 90% chance of thunderstorms at 9 o'clock.
90,
so
you said?
That would be 90% according
90%.
to the weather app.
Okay, I did not bring a rain jacket or a umbrella.
Fought off by Kopak, and we'll do it again.
And my sweatshirt is on the bus. So I might be getting on soaked, but that's okay.
Might have to break into a light jog over to the bus.
It might have to. Might have to come out of retirement.
1-2 to Kopak. Here it comes. Break-in pitch launched deep in the left. Kiley going back. Now to the wall, and it's off the middle part of the wall. Extra bases for Kopak. He's rounding second. Going for third. He'll be in there with a slide. Addison Kopak have a night. He is 4 for 4 with a single, 2 doubles, and now a triple for the University of Rhode Island Ram.
Yeah, just a home run away from the Cyclone. I thought he had a home run there, but that's a really, really nice piece of hitting there by Addy, the University of Rhode Island Ram himself, and just continuing what has been a very impressive night for Kopak, who moved from the later half of the lineup for Mystic in the most recent games back to the 2-hole, and that's a good confident sign for Coach Orby.
Well, Jimmy Sullivan will look to keep the inning going, and he looks at ball number 1. Got a little friendly rivalry between a University of Virginia pitcher on the mound and a University of Virginia Cavalier at the plate. 1-1 now to Sullivan.
And you kind of have to wonder who has the advantage, and I don't know. It's always a tough question. I know you were going with the pitcher last time, and obviously that was showing up.
1-1 skips in the third, and how about that block for Matt Wood? Keeps it in front of him, and maybe saved a run. It's 2-1.
Yeah, saved a run for sure, but that goes back to that he's just been a really good defensive catcher here tonight for Newport.
2 balls and 1 strike. This time it hits off the top part of the face protection of Matt Wood, and now it's 2-2.
And if Mystic can get 1 run here in this inning, and maybe even 2 with a home run here from Sullivan, if he can put the bat on it, it'll be big for just confidence to get this game a little bit closer than what it is right now.
2-2, shot deep in the left. Kiley going back again near the wall, and he makes the catch. Connor Kiley covers some ground and makes the grab for out number 3. 8-1. It's time to stretch at Cardines Field. Goals by 7. We'll be right back on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information. You, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies.
Hey, the wild rover, no never, no more. That goes from big pocket. Ted Sauer is bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I have whiskeys and wines of the best, but the words that she spoken were
Whether you're an island resident
and it's no, they never, no, they never, no more. Will I play the wild rover? No, never, no more. Now I went to the Clarence, confessed what I'd done, and I asked them to pardon their prodigal son. And if they caress me as often before, well, I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, they never, no, they never, no more. Will I play the wild rover? No, never, no more. One more time, and it's no, they never. 6 5 4. They never, no more. Will I play the wild rover? No, never, no more. Okay, so give it up for the AOE.
Everybody having some fun on Newport Irish American night here at the ballpark. A great crowd and just a great environment to be around.
If anything, Zach, by the luck of the Irish, we'll escape the storms tonight.
I think everyone in the park hopes you're right.
I hope so, even though I might have to be
I think John
adopted.
I think John Liuzzi hopes you're right.
I might be an adopted Irish person tonight. Hoping for that.
Well, Chase Acuff leads things off by skying the first pitch he sees. Brian Padilla in on the dirt and makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, Velasquez now in his 3rd inning of relief for Mystic, trying to just eat some innings for this bullpen, who has a busy schedule later in the week. Tomorrow they head to Ocean State, and then they have a game on Friday against Danbury at home, off Saturday, and another home game on Sunday against Bristol. So a lot of innings for the pitching staff coming up.
Joe Fort in the batter for Newport. Well, we had some defensive substitutions for Newport last half inning, and now some coming for the Mystic Schooners after they went to the bench and replaced Brendan Cumming with Ben Maycock. He remains in the game as Fortin skies this pitch deep into center field, but right on cue, there's the new center fielder. Sullivan makes the catch. There's 2 down.
Yeah, Sullivan moving in from left to center, and he's a guy who can play all 3 defensive positions in the outfield for the Schooners, and Ben Maycock just getting some time now after a couple of days off, and I'm sure that was the only reason for the change. He's done well. No signs that he's injured or anything, but probably just give some time to a couple other players.
Here's Connor Kiley for the Gulls, hitting in the 8th spot, and he drives this one into center field. Going back is Sullivan this time in front of the wall, makes the catch just in front of the wall. 1-2-3 go the Gulls in the bottom of the 7th. 6 more outs for a Newport Gulls victory. 8-1. Let's keep things here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Toss it over to Ryan Medeiros to give us another look around the NECBL.
Thank you very much, Zach. In addition to the high-scoring ball game here in Newport, we have a high-scoring ball game. Upper Valley beating Winnipesaukee 10-4 in the top of the 6th inning. And Vermont has scored 5 unanswered runs against Sanford. They're now winning 6-2 in the top of the 4th inning of that ball game. Keene is defeating North Shore 2-0, and Vineyard is defeating Danbury 5-1 in the top of the 4th inning. Both of those ball games in the top of the 4th inning.
Well, of course, as we said, a game between Danbury and Martha's Vineyard that has a lot of impact on this game here tonight, with Newport in sole possession of first place. The Martha's Vineyard Sharks a game and a half back. The Valley Blue Sox are the closest team to Newport with a record of 13-8. They sit a half game back, but a win tonight could create some more space for Newport, because one of those teams is going to go home a loser between Martha's Vineyard and Danbury.
Yeah, for sure. And just kind of go into this inning now and see what Mystic needs to do in these final 2 is they can't leave runners on base. They've had 8 runners on base they've left here tonight. 2 in the first, 1 through innings 1 through 4, 2 again in the 5th, and then just 1 last inning, which was Kopak on that 2-out double. And that's really where you kind of scratch your head, whereas why can't we not? Why are we down 8-1? Yes, Newport scored those 8 runs in that 1 inning early in the middle half of this game, but Mystic just hasn't been able to get the offense going to get the runners home, and that's something that they've got to clean up going into later this week, but also for the rest of the season, because as you both know, the next couple weeks, those games have more of an importance for standings for the playoffs.
Yeah, and give a lot of credit to Jack Aldrich tonight. Despite the 7 hits, only gave up 1 run. I don't know if it's the magic stash or what was working for him tonight, but great outing from Aldrich.
I might want to think about keeping that facial hair. He's in line for the win here tonight. A 3rd straight quality outing for Aldrich, a Tulane Green Wave product, and now Shower out for his 2nd inning of work. And this pitch off the bat of Barry Walsh finds some fans, hit off the awning above near where the concession stand is, and
yeah, hopefully
be a souvenir over there.
Hopefully everybody's okay there. Took a little hard bounce there.
Looked like it hit the roof very hard. 1-1 to Walsh, and he looks out a strike. Well, Mystic, a long way to climb their way back in this game, but this is certainly someone that you'd want to try to get it started at least. 309 hitter on the season, and hits this one right back to Shower. He'll play it, flip it over to first. That was easy, and 1 away.
Another athletic play by a Newport southpaw tonight.
You know, am I correct that 3 straight southpaws from the Gulls here tonight? That's kind of interesting. Well, I forgot Levangie, my apologies, but 3 southpaws total here tonight, and Mystic, as credit to looking at the stats, and they have not hit the left-handers as well as they've done on the right-handers this season.
Well, the curveball from Luke Shower works there perfectly for a first pitch strike. This time he goes a little faster. How about 84 miles an hour for strike number 2? A curveball, a pitch that been used by all 3 of the Newport Gulls pitchers tonight. And started Jack Aldrich, 7 strikeouts.
Well, guys, with Luke on the mound, it is fitting because the showers have come here in Newport. The rain is officially coming down.
Newport in need of 5 more outs. Can they close it out before Mother Nature has something to say about it? Breaking ball hit, back up the middle. Barnum's there, and there's 2 down.
And I hate to be the person of hopefully we get this game in, but they're down in Philly. I know we're about 4 hours away, a little bit over than 4, but the Phillies just went into a rain delay. So, oh wait, they're in Chicago tonight. My apologies. I'm thinking of way over in the Midwest, but hopefully we can get this game in.
There has been a lot of rain delays on the East Coast in Major League Baseball this week.
And obviously as we get later in the week with that tropical storm Elsa coming up, it's just hopefully we can get a lot of games in over the weekend.
A lot of my friends in South Florida are preparing for that. Should be certainly something that, of course, it's scary. Not you want to say something you're used to in South Florida, but definitely is the case as rain continues. Newport needs 4 outs for a victory.
It's also early for hurricane season or tropical storm season.
Danny Cross and the Boston College Eagle steps in for Mystic. It's 1-1. Of course, Newport has played a shortened game that was called final this year. It came against Valley, called after 6 innings. That not because of rain, but because of fog here on opening night. And I think the Newport Gulls maybe a little bit sick and tired of rain delays.
I think both teams are. They're just looking to play as much baseball.
Swing and a miss from Crossan. Wood will pick it up and throw over to first in time. A punch out from Luke Shower ends things as the rain falls. Showers falling at Cardines Field. Newport by 7 as we go to the bottom of the 8th on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam.
The Newport Gulls, raising the bar in summer collegiate baseball, right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, the NECBL's Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information. You are loyal fans.
Nine 1-2 hitters for the Newport Gulls in their half of the bottom of the 8th, up 8-1 in game number 5 of the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup, and a new arm on the mound for the Mystic Schooners.
Yeah, for sure there, Zach. And it will be the right-hander Will Glock out of Falston, Maryland, and the University of Maryland. And last time out, he was hit around a little bit. Only lasted 1 inning of work, gave up 5 runs. Only 4 were earned on 3 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And that brought up his ERA to 10.80 on the season, and he's only pitched 5 innings of work. So looking to bring that ERA down. But if you look back at a previous outing back on June 11th, right here at Newport, he only lasted 2 2/3 of an inning, and he gave up 6 runs in that inning.
Well, Lewis Barnum starts things off for Newport. This is his first plate appearance tonight. He came in as a defensive replacement after Newport shuffled things around a little bit. Of course, Acuff started the game at second, moved to shortstop, and Barnum moves over to second and takes the spot of Spencer Smith in the batting order in the 9 hole. Holds up on a 1-1. That's off-speed stuff from Glock in there for a strike.
And Glock doesn't really throw too hard, but he does have a couple pitches in his repertoire on the off-speed pitch, and looking to just continue and work and keep this game where it's at right now.
1-2. Sit this one outside and low. It's 2-2.
I'll take the moment to give our media members a little shout out here. While we're under this nice shelter behind home plate, they're out there in the rain, braving the weather, working on their cameras to give you guys good access to the game.
2-2 comes in, and it's upstairs. Really a wonderful setup that we have here at Cardines Field. Is get away from Liam up there on top of the dugout. 3-2 to Barnum. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Yeah, really nice pitch there by Glock to go up a little bit high and take something that Levesque was able to do a little bit here tonight and throw the high cheddar up top and get the goal hitter chasing.
It's the top of the order. And some cheers for Kenny Oyama, who will make his 5th plate appearance tonight. Time number 5 that the lineup card is flipped over. And the first pitch, a strike from Glock. Had a base hit in that 4th inning as he looks at this pitch down low. Who didn't have a base hit in the 4th inning, right? Newport.
I mean, yeah, that's fair to say.
A huge inning for Newport, the difference right now.
We've seen some wild offensive outbursts from Newport this year, but I don't think anything's going to top this.
86 miles an hour out of the hand of Glock. Upstairs, it's 2 balls and 1 strike to the Loyola Marymount Lion. Working quickly. Big swing and a miss. Went to the high cheddar again.
And that seems to be where he's been keeping himself here tonight and in his last inning, last time out.
As Oyama lines this back up the middle, caught in a line by Padilla. Nice play, a hot shot off the bat of Oyama, but it's out number 2.
Yeah, can't hit the ball much better than that. Oyama with a laser to shortstop, just hit it in the wrong spot.
89 miles an hour off the bat. Cornwall track man that we have here at Cardines Field. Here's the 2-hitter, Sam Cochran. Looks at a first pitch. Off-speed stuff, it's 1-0. Another man with a base hit tonight for Newport. It was the very first one they had in the 1st inning. 12 of them tonight for the Newport Gulls. A complete performance, eerily similar to the 8-0 game against Bristol last week on the 30th of June before Newport went into a hiatus. 4 straight games without playing a game. As Cochran hits this foul, it's 1-2.
And again here, you talk about deja vu and something that they're taking out from the success they've had in the past. It was that 8-run inning for Newport that broke this game open. Outside of that, it's been a fairly tight game, but that 8 runs in that inning came to cost the Schooners.
It's a hard chopper, but right to the first baseman, Tucker Flynn flips over to first, and Glock is just able to get there in time for out number 3. 3 more outs to get for the Newport Gulls for victory number 14 on the season. We'll be right back on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Our loyal fans will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today.
Need your Gulls fix? Check out NewportGulls.com. That's NewportGulls.com. This is Newport Gulls Baseball on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
The Dropkick Murphys play at Cardines Field here on Newport Irish American Night. As Newport Gulls closer Peter Sakalaris in for what is not a safe situation, but in to shut the door against the Mystic Schooners. 8-1, Newport on top of Mystic in game number 5 of the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup.
And the win here tonight, if the Schooners fail to come back, is they're going to have a new pinch hitter right here. It'll be Corey DiLarito. Coming in for Tucker Flint.
DiLarito
was just added to the team today from Northeastern.
First pitch from Sakalaris is a chopper that Fortin doesn't have a play on it because it's foul.
It's a little interesting to see Newport's unofficial closer in the ball game here, 8-1. He does have 4 saves on the year, Sakalaris that is, but also a 5.91 ERA, so probably just trying to get him in a low leverage situation here.
He's the first Newport Gulls pitcher to make double-digit appearances this year. As this is floated down into right, Sam Cochran runs in to make the catch. There's one down.
And the Gulls are just 2 outs away from securing the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup as they would move to a 4-1 record with 2 games left.
Almost in a best of 7 of sorts because we play 7 games, so you are correct. They would do it in style, too. It'd be a 4th consecutive win in the NBIC. As the first pitch to Mike DiMartino, the 8-hitter catcher rolls foul again. Sakalaris looking to close out another game. He last pitched last week against the Bristol Blues and has a 5.90 ERA, but has only allowed runs in 2 of his 9 outings this year. As this one shot into right, but Cochran there again. He makes the catch, and the Gulls are 1 out away.
Well, after not seeing much action out there all ball game, Cochran has the first 2 outs of the 9th inning.
9-hitter Brian Padilla, the last hope of the night for the Mystic Schooners. Newport looking for win number 14. Moved to 14-7 and 4-1 against Mystic this year after dropping. They dropped the first game 6-4, but have since won 3 straight, all by 2 runs. This one skied in the air. This could do it in the shallow left. Who's got a play on it? Connor Kiley has a play on it. And the ball game is over. The Newport Gulls win for the 14th time this season. A victory in the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup. They clinch it, winning tonight by a score of 8-1. We'll be right back and close this one for you on the Newport Gulls postgame show. Don't go away on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Our loyal fans will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls.
Stay tuned for the Newport Gulls postgame report, next on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
A 4th straight victory for the Newport Gulls and a 4th straight victory over the Mystic Schooners. A final here from Cardines Field, 8-1. Newport beats Mystic here on a Wednesday night on Newport Irish American Night. With that, we welcome you to the Newport Gulls postgame show. Zach Lynson joined alongside the voice of the Mystic Schooners, John Leuzzi, and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Ryan Medeiros. And John, this was a game where we talked about when's that big inning going to come, and for Newport, it was 8 runs that came big time in that 4th inning.
It absolutely was, and we talked about how close these games have been since that 13-4 loss for Mystic here at Cardines just back a couple of weeks ago in early June, and that was that 8th inning, and they just took advantage, and it looked like that Newport offense, Zach, was just so unstoppable, mainly due to Justin Guerrero. 2 home runs in that inning, a solo shot and a 2-run home run led to that, and it looked like the defense for Mystic in that 1 inning just lost itself, and which led to those more runs due to the pass balls by Michael DiMartino, the catcher, and Newport took advantage of that on the base pass as well.
Oh, he talked about it. Mystic, they won the very first game of the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup, but this has been all Newport Gulls since. 4 straight victories since 8-6, 13-4. score 4-2, and now 8-1. It's really something that Newport has kind of taken control of as the season's gone on.
Yeah, it has. And for Mystic, I think you got to give your tip of a cap to Addison Kopak, who had a phenomenal night here at Cardines. 4 for 4, 2 doubles, a triple, and a single, and just continuing what has been a really great start to this year for the Cumberland, Rhode Island native.
We'll take it through the box score one more time. We mentioned it. The undisputed South Coast South player of the game tonight, Justin Guerrera, 2 for 4 with 2 big swings, a solo shot, and a 2-run home run, both coming in the 8-run fourth inning for Newport. 8 runs, all the offense they would need tonight. 8-1 victory for the Gulls. Jack Aldrich is the winning pitcher for Newport. He gets his first decision this season after another quality outing, going 5 innings and giving up just 1 earned run. That'll do it for our coverage up here. John, you got to get back to Mystic.
Yeah.
This was a fun one. And
absolutely.
I guess
back
clinching,
next week.
Yeah, we will be in the clinching game of the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup here tonight. But for now, I'll hand it over to Ryan Medeiros to take us through tonight's game and to give us a look around the NECBL. Right?
Well, thank you very much, Zach, and thank you, John. Safe travels home in the storms tonight. All right, guys. Not much better. It doesn't get much better than this for the Newport Gulls. 8 runs in that bottom of the 4th inning. Let's go through the players of the game here. Justin Guerrera, 2 home runs in that bottom of the 4th inning. Really can't do much better than that. Maybe if they were both grand slams, but hey, you can't ask too much from Guerrera after such a great season thus far. Solo home run to lead off the frame, and he caps it with a 2-run homer, both onto the playground beyond the left field fence in this ball game. So back in the league lead for home runs for Guerrera. Some other guys, notable offensive showings. Acuff, great performance in his Gulls debut, 2 for 4 with a run scored. Joe Fortin with a couple of walks and a run scored. Connor Kiley with the RBI double scored a run as well in that bottom of the 4th inning. Really everyone contributed on offense, and this is something that I've been preaching the past couple games and that Peter Ceruto said in an interview with Zach prior to yesterday's game. This lineup is so deep that the pitchers really have no time to relax and rest, and there's no one they can really pitch around to get to because everyone is hitting the ball so well, as evidenced by that bottom of the 4th inning. But let's not sleep on the pitching tonight for this Newport Gulls staff. Jack Aldrich, 5 innings of 1-run ball, 7 strikeouts for him. Worked around a little bit of traffic. He did give up 7 hits in the ballgame. That's something that he'll have to address moving forward. I spoke with Aldrich before today's start, and he gave me some interesting notes on his pregame routine. He's really worked on getting a routine down, and he's really hoping this summer to be able to transform himself and take himself to the next level. He was already a great pitcher with the Green Wave at Tulane. As I mentioned multiple times during the broadcast, 3.35 ERA and 18 starts. He had 96 strikeouts this spring with Tulane, and he showcased that swing and miss stuff tonight with those 7 strikeouts that I mentioned beforehand. The bullpen continued its dominant run as well. They had a 1.38 ERA over their previous 4 games. I know I mentioned that multiple times throughout this broadcast as well, but 4 more shutout innings tonight. Give a shout out to Liam Lafangi, Luke Schauer in his Gulls debut, and Peter Sakalaris as well. 4 shutout innings from those guys, 3 strikeouts in those 4 innings, and only 2 hits allowed in those 4 innings as well. So good swing and miss stuff. Good job from those guys getting the job done and continuing to have success out of the pen. That's going to be a huge thing for the Gulls moving down the stretch. Looks like someone's waving me down. Zach is ready to go with the post-game interview.
Here with tonight's South Coast Health Player of the Game, Justin Guerrera, after Newport comes out on top 8-1 over the Mystic Schooners in the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup. Justin, a huge night for you. 2 homers that both came in the 4th inning, including a second one that was a no-doubter. What was working for you tonight?
Just seeing the ball really well. I think our whole offense really exploded in that 1 inning, and I think really we were all seeing the ball well, putting good swings on it and putting it hard in play.
Well, the first home run hit pretty hard. It gets over that fence. But the second one, a no-doubter. Is that one of those that you just know immediately off the bat?
That one I actually didn't know off the bat. I was 2-strike approach, really choked up, trying to put the ball in play. Got a good pitch to hit, and I was really just put a good barrel on it.
Well, sometimes 1 inning is all you need if you're the Newport Gulls. You guys score 8 runs in the 4th inning for what's been a really fun Southern Division leading offense this season. How do you continue this as you play another good team tomorrow in the Valley Blue Sox on the road?
Really just keep the confidence that we have. We've been swinging it really well. Pitching's been going really well, and same thing with defense. So we just got to keep it going and play with confidence and know that we're one of the best teams in this league.
All right, Justin. Well, thank you and congrats on tonight. Thank you. All right, that'll do it for us from Cardines Field. Newport winners in the Narragansett Bay Insurance Cup by a score of 8-1. The Gulls will be back in action tomorrow on the road against the Valley Blue Sox and will return here Friday night against the Ocean State Waves. But for now, that will do it I'd like to thank everyone that made tonight's broadcast possible. For my broadcast partners, John Liuzzi and Ryan Medeiros, and our producer, Tom Lima, I'm Zach Letson saying so long. Newport comes out on top over Mystic tonight by a score of 8-1.